another life, we might be playing it safe, but not here with fear, now we're playing with fate. Don't be fooled or mistaken by my angel face, I'm just a high-head looking for a reason to break. I'm the wizard of death, I'll come visit you next, let's put my name on it next to your very last breath. I'm caught inside the fire again.
Vsi, upam, da vse dela, pozdravljeni, žijo Vips, žijo Videx, žijo Darinka, žijo Gliči, žijo Ernaj Lauti, žijo Bine, žijo Ali, pozdravljen Enej Ogrinc, pozdravljen Sevinčan, živijo Nix Pro, pozdravljen Kalki, živijo Streamplayer, Nacivel, hej, ho, let's go, folklore in rock'n'roll, ja, vedno isti pozdrav, God, pozdravljen, živijo Dajen Zaj, živijo Fižolek, še majice ni zamenil. Najbolj, da majico zamenjam. Zakaj bi jo? Se sem za prešvico. Živijo Katarina, živijo Žetka, živijo Mr. Brumec, živijo Dajen, živijo Fižolek, živijo Pulin, živijo Gal, Bratko, živijo Shadow, Torix, pozdravljam vsi drugači chat, kako ste kaj danes? Kako ste kaj danes chat? Zdaj, da si jaz sam tukaj preštimam še par stvari. Na temeljmu računu. Kam sem mi tole poslala? Mislim, da bi mogel tle imeti. Živijo Lenar, živijo Fabi. Imam jaz to na avto, zakaj na avto? Ne, tako, zakaj ni hladno model na avto, sem jo po mami še grill. Živijo Fabi, kako si? Kje imam, tukaj imam, okej. Kaj si misli, group day 1. Ja, sam da vidim. Kole. Tle sploh ni zvoka. Čaj, probam zdaj ugotoviti, ker sem nekaj dobil, ker prej tega pač nisem mogel, a nekaj zdaj live. Tale je dvojka, kaj pa je tale, enka. Aha, čakaj, tukaj se pa sliš. Ok, mislim, da bo mogel biti tole v redu. Bomo videli. Če bomo pa pol. Tole, čakaj, zdaj moram pa dati na tole. Malo je drugače vse, chat, malo je drugače vse. Ok. Živijo Strix. Jodeling ven. Kva da jodlam? Kakšen jodel sektor? Se v redu? Darinka, zakaj je žalostna? Zato, ker je šola jutr. Živijo drugače, živijo Fortnite Pro. Dobro večer, Niksik. Jaz pridem v CDC, boš ti slikal, da bo za na Insta, ok? Kako misliš, bom jaz slikal? Mislim, lahko mi daš telefon, pa da naj v selfie, če to misliš. Ampak ja, valjda, lahko. Folk, v glavnem, če si jaz zdaj odprem par stvari. Sam da ban tukaj, ki je pinan. Jaz sem si pinil takole, pa takole, evo. Imamo tukaj dve stvari, a ne? Danes igrajo, kaj bomo mi gledali pač. Danes igra Team Liquid proti Leviatan eSports. Tako da to bomo gledali best of 3, se pravi do 2 zmagi se gre. Zdaj, lahko da bo sam to bo pol konc streama, če mi bojo dovolili, da še igram Valorant pol. Lahko da kakšno odigram, se bo vprašal, če slučajno vejo, če lahko ali ne. Ampak bomo videli, ok? Aha, ok, klik, ok. Ok, da zajodlam, ja, najboljš da zajodlam. Tako da, to je drugač VCT, tiste, ki ne veste, kaj je to je v bistvu kakor v Fortu MCS, ne, se pravi, to je major turnir, to je prav na lanu je, tako da v bistvu bomo to zdaj čakali, čakaj, tega ga moram gledati, talemo. Aha, oba sta brez zvoka, ok, bomo pol videli, kjer bo tiskamo zvok. Tako da zdaj čakamo 2 minutki je tega ga, Tako da, to moram imeti pa itak odprt, tako da boste vedeli. A bo kakšen stream ali video Minecraft? Minecraft dvomam, da bo ok. Minecraft dvomam. Živo Zala. Tako da zdaj, malo je drugače tole, ker imam neka pravila, kje moram imeti kamero, kaj moram pisati in tako naprej. Tako da tole bom jaz zdaj odprt. Pa da bomo videli, evo, drugače PRX so zmagali, ker je ten zdaj rekel, da so full dobri. Pa je rekel, da bi lahko to gledal, ker so res dobri, ampak lej, če bi prej dal, pol bi bilo vse zmeda, tako da bomo gledali tole, Leviatan proti Team Liquidu. Če gledal kmetijo, ne vem, če bom gledal kmetijo. Zdaj sem sam začetek videl to, kaj je manj gledal. Ja, Pinči, ni scenarija, ampak je kar velik pravil, ko moraš paziti. Kaj je ta rewards pod videom? Kaj lahko dobiš? Kje je to, abi? Na YouTubeu. A pri meni? A ja, to? Ha! What? Drope bojo dodali na YouTube. What? A imate to tudi vi slučajno na mojem kanalu? Verjetno še ne. To bo moja sam tle zdajle. Ha! YouTube bo imel drope tudi, okej. To po moje pa morajo oni omogočati ali pa neki. Nekaj selektor. Ha! Lahko vedel nisem, da YouTube dela na tem. Kateri na dodane imam samo bistri 3 biste, oziroma memberja. Saj niso jih imel že prej, ker je bila neka igra, ali sem o tam. Možno, da je že tudi prej kdaj bilo, abi. Nisem zihar. Evo ga, zvok je. Zdaj pač, oni so videli gač dati, da lahko tudi tle gledam, kao da tle boljš dela, ampak bomo videli. A ja, čakaj. Evo. A, to so te, ki so zdaj zmagali, chat. Highlights so naredili iz ene igre. God. Kjer God spot? What? Yo, zaprl. Pa prvi mapa se igra chat. Ja, nimam chatbota odprtega, evo. Sem ga odprl. Nekaj moram disablat na chatbotu, nujno. Moderatorji morate biti dosti aktivni, če kdo karkoli neumanga kaj napiše, karkoli z izvajatom ali pa ekipo ali pa karkoli morate nujno zbrisati, okej? To je tudi pravilo. Timerje moram izklopiti za Airgravision, evo, okej. Pinči ti kar. Okej, tlega full lega. Sam da vidim, čaj, kako je pa, če grem sem le, ajde, daj da vidim. Kakšna je kaj razlika. Jaz vidim, da je boljš, da kar tle gledam. Mislim, da bo boljš tle delal. Če lahko dobiš moda? Ne. Živa lan.
If life was playing for them today, especially going back to how close Pearl was from the offset, I think EDG walks away victorious.
Zdaj ne morajo, Pinči, zdaj ne morajo sami sebe. To mislim, da ne morajo več. Mislim, tudi drugih ne moraš zdaj, kot moderator. Kje še tajči, živo svi tik-tak. Upam, da prvi mapo videl. Prvi mapo bi rad videl taktike na uni mapi, res. Na Twitchu gledam, ja. Kao že da ga dobiš, nič ne boš naredil, da ga dobiš. Cypher se kar igra zdaj, chat. Me prav zanima, bo dobil buff, če glede na to, da ga na katerih mapah igrajo. Okej. Do konca VCT-ja bomo veliko lepo spoznali najboljše ekipe, chat, ki bomo dosti gledali. Musko ima pa oni prav najboljšo musko uporabljajo Valorant. Najboljšo musko. Moram vprašati, če to musko imajo kaj playlisto, pa če jo lahko uporabljam, free to use.
And it was played beautifully. But Smoggy, we have to say, he just really surprised us.
Yeah, I mean, Smoggy was really good
Živa,
despite last second being a substitute.
Ampak si ne like.
Stepping up big time on Haven on both sides of the map. He was providing a ton of value and really was just that one-for-one replacement for life into this roster.
I mean, 181 DPR is incredible from him. You know, he hasn't played Jet in forever. He hasn't played since July.
Že bajca, pozdravljam, kako si?
Like this puts up numbers like this. It was beautiful to see from him.
Yeah, and I mean, I think for both of these teams, it was kind of defined by the dive on this map. But what was cool about this Cypher pivot meant that Forsaken was no longer
Chat, ne težte za moderatorja. Lahko vas time out tam banom na mesto moderatorja. Ne tega težiti, prosim. Že vid stok.
Oh, before the break, we asked you guys to vote for the in-zone player of the match.
Fake monster.
Are in, and this is who you guys voted for on Twitter.
Kje si šaci? Živo Turk. Živo Pika.
That was really close. I think this might be the closest poll I've ever
Živo Marinko.
Yeah, I think that the thing that really started convincing people was that near ace that got taken away by...
Čaki, Forsaken, ani to CS player, pinči. Ani on, Forsaken, zakaj mi je to ful znan? Aj CS player bil. Kaj je rezultat? Niso še začeli.
I think I probably would have voted for him just because from those just really explosive plays that we saw this guy, whether it was the chamber
Nisam en Forsaken.
he was solid. He's
Ne, ni
known
to
for
un cheater.
finding some of that
No se nema je bil
flexibility.
cheater, ali ne, to pojma
I
nimam.
mean, I know you have some concerns given that, like you said, the substitute situation with EDG, but Paper Rex, though, is still showing that they're a strong team because EDG are a great team.
On je bil dejansko v CS, aha, sam to ni ta, okej, to ni ta.
That performance on Icebox, I think, says a lot.
Okej.
Whenever you suffer...
Na lanu je to delo, ja, GG.
A map that they
Nice.
themselves had selected.
Nice.
That can really knock you back when it comes down to your mental state.
O, zdaj me vsaj hradi, hvala. Hvala Bogu.
They're not really a team that gets affected by
Kako ti to ne veš? Ma, to nisem vedel. Vse, kar sem za CS vedel, je bilo tisto, kar so match fixing, ki je bil.
And then they come into this one and they're like kind of memeing around using popping blade storm to hunt for an ace. They're having fun.
Ker agent je tako najljubši.
Really good at the recovery. It's why they
Pač največ igram, oziroma največ sem tudi preigral, se pravi Sova, Chamber pa Omen. Tako da I guess te. So mi to druge všeč, no, ampak.
I mean, Josh and Brent said it was a group of death. Do you guys feel that now you've seen the two teams play already?
I think EDG is looking better than most people expected them to be. They come out here, they're showing us so much depth, so much adaptability. They can do the crazy, wacky aggression, but they also have so much more to give all.
Juro, misliš Juro?
I could see making run.
Ma Juro je tako malo za hec malo.
He's standing by right now for the Ryzen post-match interview with Mitchman.
Thank you so much, Yinsu. Yes, I've got Benkai here with me on the interview stage to talk about the match that we just saw go down. Quite a long match. First of all, congratulations on the win.
What do you mean za hec?
You're very welcome. Now,
Ja, kadar igram kasteva to malo za zebance, da ga igram.
Game of Pearl to open this up. I wasn't quite
Celý
expecting
časa bo še trajal, čet, po moje, čez 5 minut bo kakšen map pull ban pa to. Lepa slika in čevlji. Hvala, Spawn. On si igra skrima, ne? V tem likvidu je skrim, ja, točen. Ja, ne, se je.
We can see that some of the ideas in those first couple rounds we're seeing Jing blast packs down, really putting Chico on the back foot with the
okay, nice. Živa Marija, živa T-Rex.
Some of the ideas this early game of Pearl.
Ja, Scream, one tap mojster.
Right? 5-0 down, things are
Scream je
looking a
res
little
dober.
shaky. You win a round and then call your second pause. So you're out of timeouts in the first half. You know, at 5-1 calling that timeout, what's going on in the team speak?
The very first timeout was just our coach telling us to calm the nerves because we were a bit like tense. Sure. And the second one was kind of just telling us what they're doing and how we can adjust to it. So it wasn't
Smokac, Octavian.
that bad that we used both our timeouts. I think we needed it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Botex, stokrat sem že razložil.
You slowed the game down after that, right? We saw Forsaken get back-to-back.
A meni kdo giftu memberstvo? Ja, Marija, en ti je giftu memberstvo. Pač duba so tako ene 200 memberjev giftanih v zadnjih 2 dneh, tako da. Če je Jaka Pešec na streamu, ne vem, ni še nič pozdravil. Kaj še nov kanal? Čaj, ko se še ni začel, da se lahko malo z vami pogovarjam. Nov kanal imam, na katerem bojo videi, no. Videe bom zaenkrat objavljal na oba kanala, dokler run kanal ne bo zrastel. Če run kanal dosti zraste, da dobim lepe oglede tam, 5000 plus na video, bom pol vse videe tja uploadil. Zakaj? Zato, ker lahko pol vmeska streamam, lahko tudi kakšen video gre live, ne. Ker ni na istem kanalu, notifikacije v redu delajo in tako naprej. Tako da imam namen imeti 2 kanala, enega za video, enega za streame pol v bistvu. Tako da ne se pozabiti naročiti na moj ScorpLZ kanal, klicaj video v chat, pa bo skoraj bo dal link do videa novega, ki je na tem kanalu, pa stisnete sab na ta kanal, pa valjda pogledajte video, pa lajkajte video. Že rad, bra. Mor ScorpLZ se imenuje kanal drugače, mor presledek ScorpLZ. Smokac, tisti, ko rad je smoki je. Ok, Oktajan. Ja, sem member, tudi ti imaš memberja, ja, rad, bra. Če ti kdo gifta memberstva, ga imaš skos, ne? Mislim, en mesec ga imaš, ne skos. En mesec. En mesec. A tam lahko pogledam, kako igraš. Ja, klik, se ne vem kako točen bo, bomo mi skos igrali tam, verjetno ne, a ne? Ampak ja, lahko si tam, pač to bo dogodek, ti si lahko tam, a ne? Kdo je giftu, kdo ni? Se pravi, Juško je nekaj giftu, parih je bilo, ki so po enega giftal, pol JogurtPlays jih je velik giftu, ScorpVL jih je velik giftu, Jaka jih je velik giftu, tako da... Tako da insane, res. Čaj, kakšen dogodek bo? A v soboto bo dogodek v CCC na Rudniku v Supernovi. Poglejte si moj Instagram post, no. Moja zadnja Instagram objavo si pogledajte, pa lajkite Instagram objavo, da pridemo tam na 1000 lajkov. Klicaj iga v chat, stisnete like, pa še preberite si kdaj, pa kje, pa kako. Ko je bila vožnja, v redu je bila Marina, danes sem veliko tal opazil, ki jih ponad spustim, kar je zelo dober. Unek pač, ki se moram tako sklont, ko zavijam. Tako, danes je bilo super, še najboljš do zdaj, po moja. Me je tekač, ko je giftu memberja včeraj za 12 dni podaljšal, ker je prvo mogel imeti do 18.9, potem pa resetiral na 2 in mi je do 39 podaljšati. A res je tajen. Raja Tereza podolžuje te intervjuje. Ja, malo tako, pač začne se kao ob 7, ampak vedno je full kasnej. Čaj, da vidim, a imam jaz vse v redu, da stream čaki, da kaj ne kaže, kar ne bi smel. Your channel. Tukaj je vse v redu. Ok. V redu je. Hvala imajo tudi skozi po vsaki igri, ja. Ampak tako, mami je, boljš bilo, če bi se začel takrat, kaj je napisan tam, ne, ampak ok, vse to se nekjer v bistvu, ne, skoraj da. Aha, ok, Oktajan. Pa je ta reklama. A ja, to so za Sony slušalke, ok. Meni je v late gameu zelo dober. Zabavan. Daj turnir, zdaj le bo verjetno. Ok, še 6 minut prejem bo. Še 6 minut. Pa se izgledajo dosti nice drugačne za. Bi jih sprobal, no. Za koga navijamo? Jaz osebno bom za tem Liquid, Leviatan prvič slišam za njih, zato je res, da je to prvi VCT, ki ga dejansko bom malo bolj spremljal. Ponavadi sem gledal tako polfinale, finale. Ampak Team Liquid tudi igra Scream, ki je tudi CS igral, Francozič, tako da jaz bom za Team Liquid. Aj, folk, drugač pa share, da smo live in tako naprej. Čakaj, da vidim. Aj, chat, odobrili so mi, da Valorant lahko streamam tudi, kadar gledamo to. Tako da to pomeni, da lahko tudi po tem turnirju grem Valorant igrat, če bom hotel še streamati. Tako da to so mi zdaj odobrili, to je super novica. Tako da lahko igramo še Valorant rank pa to pol. Ne rabim ugasniti streama. Tako da to je full nice. Tako da bom prav pol takrat, ko gledam, okej. Yo! Gledajte ta limited skin, chat! Halo? Čaj, če dam kamero stran. Ne, zdaj se ni videl, bom pol še enkrat. A ste videli? Champions Ghost je bil, koliko je hud. Nekaj v aim labu, da dobiš. O, to moram pogledat. Čakaj, mora iti še enkrat. To prav Six gleda model. Čakaj, tukaj dela, če to naredim. Na tle ne moram, okej. Aj, ni še. Jaz sem za Team Liquid. Vrtnaj Roškar, jaz sem za Team Liquid. Aj, čakaj. Aj, da vidimo. No. Maja toliko edov, da prijem pride do tja, da bo že nov let. Da bo že konc timerja. Res hočem da vidite pištolco, ful hudo. Kako si face Franček? Tole on top. Mislim, drugače sem bolj za 100 tipse, se mi zdi, no? Ta stol tudi dosti nice gleda drugače. V bistvu je tako, ja, ne smemo omenjati, ne bom. Raj ne. Saj veš, kako se gleda, če imaš sponzorje. Wow, pinči, wow. Drugač mama je prav. Asuna je 100 tipsa, ne? Ja. Evo, chat, lejte. Earn the limited VCT channel skin in AimLab by completing the VCT 2022 playlist and the chance to win up to 5k in cash prizes. Do 18. septembra. Čej, se prav sami igrat moraš. A moraš to sami igrat, kaj AimLab se je zaston, pa dobiš to pištolco. Kaj zgleda full nice. To moram pogledat. Živel sem Bojan. Ja, po teh 2 minutah bo map ban pa agent select pa bo. Challenge moraš komplirati verjetno, ja. Ok, to moramo chat, kaj je full je hud. Pa aimlabsa še nikoli nisem sprobal, rad bi. Svojim aimom boš težko dobo. Ok, pinči, ok. Ja, Gapi včeraj je bil insane support. Realno Gapi tudi danes je bil že insane support. ScorpVL pa JogurtPlays sta oba giftala po 10 memberjev spet. Pa ScorpVL je doniral 75 evrov vse skupaj danes. Pa JogurtPlays še po 5, pa Anže še 5. Tako da realno gledano je tudi, že to mislim pač, realno vsak stream, kad dobim 30 evrov ali donacija od memberjev je že insane support, načet, ko gledaš. Challenge moraš narediti, če ti pisal. Ja, vem, da je challenge, Octavian. Vem, sam ne kašen. Včer si bil Pero Martič. Ne, včer sem bil ScorpLZ. Jaz sem vedno ScorpLZ. Mene morate prepoznati po ScorpLZ, ne po čem drugem, ampak da sem. Jaz sem bil jaz in to je to. Noben drug nisem bil. Sicer vem, kaj si s tem mislil, ampak vsem. Koliko stane Until Dawn? A veš, da ne vem, koliko stane Until Dawn, to bom mogel pogledati. Oje, ta pištolca je res huda, ne, tega ghosta bi imel, stari, prav seksi je. Do 18. septembra malo, do konca teh Championsov. Kjer bo zdaj le igrajo tukaj, so lej. Leviatan proti Team Liquid, vem, da imate lih tukaj tale napis, da sem, to je drugače ta napis je tako malo flexa, ne, da sem pač official partner, ampak lej. Maja je treba fleksati. Ja, sej to Rotrix. Žihalahič. Imaš že kaj donacij? Zadnje čase še preveč model, ogroman. Včerajšnji stream sem sanjal, če danes. 3krat sem se zbudil, pa vsakič sem šel nazaj spat, sem isto sanjal. Pač insane. Kdaj nas boš preimenoval iz ScorpVL v Lahovci? To pa nikoli. Kaj govoriš preveč? Mislim, nikoli ni preveč denarja, realno, ne? Ampak pač tako, to bi mogel zastopati, kaj sem mislil s tem, ne? Živo, Bubu. Živo, Danica. Ok, zdaj bo verjetno map ban. Upam, da prvi igra, Sentinels so full carry-ani Tenza. Pa se ni toliko spet carry-o takrat. Res je Octavian. Tudi jaz se ne bi FIFA branil. Pa kaj, zakaj, kdaj, zakaj si zdaj to omenil?
Thank you. It's good to be back for another champion.
Ah, yeah.
Here, you know, almost
Okay.
a year ago, and now I get to be back with, you know, some really big powerhouses of the
Če
world.
bo member only chat, ne.
International play, so
Dajmo spet taj prši, ker res car prodor ga je poslušati, kad ko govori smešen. Danes ne sme biti, pri tem streamu ne sme biti zraven. Tekočina zmaga, kar tekočina, evo ga. Scream chat, scream god.
Yeah, it's also a little bit weirder, I guess, this year overall, because last year it was...
Idaj so vsi že memberi, ne bo neke razlike. Ampak realno, danes ni toliko memberjev v chatu. Danes jih še nima. Solka se tudi insane, ok, se bomo videli. Lej, tole imam zdaj šanso, da se pač naučim. Malo te playerje pa to, kdo kaj igra pa kaj. Team Liquid Valorant Masters so bili četrti, v Berlin niso šli, Valorant Champions Berlin tretji, četrti, Masters 7, 8. Kaj da so na fitness prši, ne pa na turnir. Drugače je hudo, da imajo LAN pa to, ne pa takole. Če me vprašaš, prodaš, imajo zelo dober Riot Games. Pač mislim, se itak, ti se verjetno strinjaš, ker si itak log gledal pa to, veš, da imajo dober.
Mean for them now? I mean, obviously the competition's tougher, but we have some questions to ask about that.
Ne, Octavian. Mislim, da bo te lahko, ja, Spawn.
If one man on their team can continue his performances he has at LCQ, and Ryan, it feels weird at this point to introduce him, but Scream, he good at Pew Pew.
Yeah, he's very good at Pew Pew. It's also the fact that he's like changed.
O, tega poznam! Ta je imel kanal za Overwatch čez, presežem. Pa je zdaj v Valorantu vidim. Ne, to ne vem, kdo je Roškar. Daj bo povedal, kako gnare dobi zmagovalc. To pa ne vem. Zna, da se to zve zadnji dan na finale, pa kaj? Zato, ker mislim, da so do 18. lahko kupaš skine v šopu, ker mislim, da ima 50% gre za to, a ne? A je to, a link, da je Golden Boy? To ne vem.
First kills, and that's something that is a little strange because people might not believe what I'm just about to say. He's the IGL for the team.
Res Octavian.
On the front is very unusual in TAC FPS, not something
Rip
that you
Videx.
sort of know. Maybe if you watch Game Changers, you'll be aware of. You know, there's a few very well-known IGLs in the world that are leading from the front. But for me, for him to do so well, to engage so quickly, and to be the leader, that's impressive. He is a very, very impressive.
Živo vid.
I mean, blessed out that he gives us some Phoenix B-roll.
Če, dejansko, okej, zdaj vem za sledeč, če slučajno štartam lik za to stream, da lahko tako, da pol ure kasneje se začne, tako da, že kar traja. Daj si za FPO, kaj za foro, za kaj FPO, od Screama Crosshair. Ne vem, ker Crosshair imam, mogo bi pogledat. Ta čista desen, by the way, chat je tako lila.
By default makes them the best team in their region. No, I just think in an international stage, they themselves
Ne, brez je Quark.
than Crew does. The trouble is, for them to get to that ceiling, it requires so much of their energy as a team.
Kje si, Ajnur, kako si?
Don't always get that from them. We get it in
Evo.
one map out of, you know, all of the map pool. Of course, we won't
Maps played by Leviatan. Se pravi, očitno imajo radi Ascent,
they were only really dominant on one map.
pa na Ascentu so dominantni, res, 3-0. To je bilo na Masters, kaj je bilo.
We just haven't seen it yet, the same way we saw it on Ascent.
Kejvan so eno dubal. Ostalo pa ne, okej. Upam, da bo Pearl bi full rad videl, full rad. On ima dot crosshair oziroma piko. Okej.
this was the final map in the best of 3. It goes to a super long overtime.
Bolj lagat. Bom dal bolj na glas, ko se bo začelo, okej? Ker zdaj se še pogovarjam z vami.
It was a great series, but it's all about like closing it out, showing not only are they the best maybe in Latam.
Tle noben ni slab chat, what?
As well, considering we don't really know where Loud land at the moment, there's a chance for Leviatan to be the best team in that continent.
Yeah, look, I'm really confident. I don't think people
Hvala ti za. A ni Pirl, ne Prl. Pearl se reče. Prl. Ne rečeš pi. Ja, dejansko pač. Na VCT-ju noben ni slab. Noben. Kjerkor na turnirju Kamačka prideš na Major, noben ni slab. Eni so boljši kot drugi, to je itak logično, ne? Ampak noben ni slab.
Sure, like Taco's going to be the household name, but I think I think if Side should have described him as like a safe pair of hands, which I think is such a nice description.
Samo je pa res dolg rabijo, da začnejo.
I think like Leviatan and Liquid are both the sort of like dark horses. I mean, Team Liquid literally prancing horses.
Shock dart.
Where I think that both these squads have a lot to show, but it's the
Ta crosshair mi je tudi dosti nice, ko ga ima tale. Adverso. Lep crosshair. Kjero mapo igra? Ne vemo še, kjero mapo igra. Full dolg traja zdajle.
I think people want to see more of and appreciate more, I guess.
I like the way that you said that, you know, they're the dark horse.
Let's go, G-Poppy.
Even if they do end up beating Team Liquid today, which I think on paper people might still favor Liquid, they've been together for longer, they have, you know, more resources in their region and so on. I don't
Kaj misliš, da je Team Liquid zelo dober na...
I don't think
Okay. Zato, ker je pika napisal, ampak... Že ti mi živela balk. Lej, bomo videli, bomo videli.
I'm going to be honest, I predicted them. But that's because I think if they play one of their best games today, they will come out and they will beat Liquid. But that is what it's going to take. Because in previous series, we have Copenhagen to go back on. If you guys remember, out of 9 of the maps they played, almost half of them, they went to overtime on the maps. Now, they struggle closing out maps outside of Ascent. And when they do get onto other maps, it's a real slog and grind for them. So I am worried in that department. I think it actually would be upset if they won maps cleanly. I'm going to put an asterisk on your point and say if they won maps cleanly, that would be a surprise.
Ona misli, da bi Leviatan misli, da bo zmagal. Samo mora res zelo dobro igrati prav. Jaz se znam povedati. Liquid poznam, Leviatane poznam, pač poznam sam po imenu, no. Že ti mi.
Prepare on that. Team Liquid haven't had as much time, but it seems that they're improving at such a rapid rate. And we've seen what they did last year, that people might go, oh, they're coming for last chance qualifiers. They've not had enough time to adapt. There's a couple of changes here and there. They've got a literal new player.
Čaj, tudi nerfan ga, čaki, Chamber je tudi nerfan tukaj, a ne čet? Nerfan Chamber je tle, pa prv mapa je. To je najbolj zabavno gledati. Zato tudi po mojem za novo sezono niso še dodali sprememb, ker ta sezona je zato narejena, da bojo spremembe, ampak čakaj, da bo konc tega, zato da folk lahko isto vidi tukaj, kur se dejansko v renku igra. Ko me čakam, da vidim. A se kakšna taka sprememba, ki je bila? Takrat. Jet vem, da knifey v noge zdaj mi dela manj damage, kakor body. Eno prvič, da screen joker, ma ne bo. Ja, buffan Phoenix, točen. Phoenix je še buffan, ja.
Probably going to do it again. What's our response to that? And they play like triple.
Saj ko je dober na prl, kaj igra, vidiš proje, kakšen sen gangster imajo na prl. Vse to, jaz bi full rad videl prl, ker to je edina mala, ki še nisem videl, kako proje igra. Ta je največji car. Res je, ti mi res, ja. Živi XT. Daj se začne. Mogli bi se obsednik, ampak vedno malo traja, tako da mislim, da zdaj enkrat bo, no. Zdaj bi enkrat mogli biti. Abi, vem, da jih nisem dodal, zato ker še ni mi zaznan, ne imamo ekstra slota, ne vem, če bi kakšen imel to ven vzel. Kaj, kako je s Phoenixom? Njegov flash je hitrejši, pa dalj časa si flasham. Pa njegov ult je boljši, zdaj shielde obdržiš po ultu. Jaz sem za Team Liquid, Cvitek, jaz sem za Team Liquid. Daj prijemo v soboto, pač od 11 do 5 smo tam span. O, ti je uvija zvezke, oče, vi imate jutr šolo.
Some of these star players up on their team. Those are actually the ones that will make and break for Taco, for Scream, for example. That'll be the make or break, not the players themselves.
Okay, here's my follow-up question then, because you you both pointed out the
Svi bi
gaps
prej, da vas
in
ne bom rabo
Leviatan's map
petih
pool.
gledat, prav
Not the
pinči.
strongest in this tournament, if we just look at
Abby,
statistically.
to rap
So surely if you're Team
books
Liquid,
and text
don't
books
let
and
them
stuff.
play their best map because you know you
Ni
can
panike,
probably
Quixty.
poke some holes and have some advantages elsewhere because Liquid do
Ali
have
boy,
a
jaz sem
pretty
super.
good map pool right now.
I have to put an asterisk again on this. I have heard very good things about their scrims. I got the scrim bucks.
The Leviathan
The
scrim
strings
bucks.
are talking.
I
Here
mean,
we
the
go.
stocks are high.
Hey, just
Stocks
to
are
protect
very
it, I
high
guess.
scrims. I
Yeah.
will say, as someone who had a
E,
team
a so
that
bili od Jurota isti bili ti pred buffom ali kar ko so spremljali na njem.
It's not always,
Joru je
you
bil
know, one
reworkan
trade
že
so
prej,
I'm taking
ja so že
that
prej
in
imeli tega
a
Jorota.
handful of salt, whatever you want to say, but that is telling me that they're working on the map.
Okay,
in the
pinči, deal.
background.
Posnem.
I don't know, that's why I predicted Leviathan. It's
Pa
amazing
moraš
that
zvadat,
it's
Quixty.
I wonder how much of it is going to be.
A ja, moraš
nerves
zvadat
still
to, kar
as
si
well, 'cause I don't
rekel,
think
kao
Scream
se
comes
opravičujem
here
za
and he's
zamudo.
gonna get nervous on stage. Like he's done it for so long, and I think
Quixty,
the
sem
players
te
are
pozdravil, sem te
relaxed,
videl.
maybe Dimitri
Pozdravljen.
could be a bit of like a, you know, getting a little bit.
Eni imate
shaky
pa še
there,
mesec
but this
prej,
is
ja?
also Leviatan with Owner
Željam.
as well, like the coach. He wasn't here at Copenhagen.
Owner does not know what nerves is.
Yeah,
I think.
exactly.
He doesn't understand the word.
He will make Liquid scared just from the shouting he does alone, right? So I think that there's elements of like Leviatan. Okay, they went to Copenhagen, they did better than expected, I'd say overall. Now it's like, okay, we know what to expect. We're going to go into this with a bit more prep and a bit more composure, I guess.
Well, speaking of maps, it's time for us to dive
Ej,
into
so
map
konc.
Mythos and send this
Ten
over
za
to the
flex. Abi pa lik začne s faksom čez en mesec. Evo ga, končno.
Well, you guys have already set the stage up in terms of Ascent possibly being the one to come out, but when it comes to the bans, I think it's somewhat more straightforward with these two teams.
Realistically, it should
Yeah.
be, yeah.
If
Like,
we see Fracture, I'll be very surprised.
Yeah, I don't think they've had enough
There we
time.
go.
Yeah, there we
Good,
go.
good.
Because
Get rid of that one.
that's the thing about
Oj, Fracture,
right?
čaj, a to so zbrali Fracture ali to banan Fracture? Če je rdeča, to je banan. Ja, to je banan, ja, to je banan.
What we've seen from Pearl, it does roll in a similar style to Ascent. I
Čaj, so
suppose
Pearl izbrali.
Leviatan, it's kind of again as
Evo,
expected.
oni so Icebox banali. To je ban, ja, okej.
Copenhagen, but we didn't really get to see like free series overall.
Je to on rekel, da so full dobri, na Iceboxu, logično.
Okay, Ascent is definitely
Haven.
going to get picked next.
It has to.
Oj,
if a team
Haven
like
je
this
izbran.
Haven and they let this fly through, this must be a dream for Leviatan. In fact, if I was Leviatan,
Liquid je izbral Haven.
We're sitting here, I would turn around and go, that's a little suspect that they're letting us have Ascent. What if they got
Ja, oni bojo zihar Ascent zbrali, ker smo prej videli, da so tri dobili na Ascentu, pa nula zgubili.
For Leviatan, because it was the map that they won against Exet. Like out of the 6 maps that they played at Copenhagen, they won on Ascent wholeheartedly, like 3-0. But then Haven was the only other map that they.
Kaj še ti misliš, začel sem šele igrat? Crosshair placement se moraš naučiti.
We are gonna see.
Pa probi igrat več karakterov, ne samo enega. I guess.
What a shocker.
Evo,
No way.
oni so Ascent zbrali.
Pikachu face.
Literally
Upam, da bo zdaj Pearl,
I think my question now
tretja pa da bo izenačen, zato da lahko vidim mapo Pearl. To bi ful rad videl.
I would expect Liquid just to take away the bind. Their bind did not look good. It probably wouldn't be wise.
tole
for them to
Pearl
really
chat
leave
bilo.
that open for a team like Leviatan after
Pinči
they
mislim, da
played
bomo prišli do tretje mape. Jaz upam, da pridemo do tretje mape,
Their
upam.
bind be better than their Pearl though.
Yeah, that's my question. It's like, do you leave Pearl in? That's a risk.
A to je kao bind, saj ne vem, kjera mapa je to.
I feel like they are one of those teams that could just have that prep by now. They have a new coach, like
Yeah,
you guys
sure.
spoke of. So
But they haven't had a lot of time.
True.
That's the thing between, you know, those who
To-
have already
Banan je ta, okej.
last chance and then getting
Pearl
rid
je
of them. I agree
Banan.
with that. I think it's too much of a risk in your first series to come in against
Ne
Leviatan.
bomo videli
But then
Pearla.
it's actually rather an
Ne.
outside of Copenhagen, but they don't have a lot of
Zakaj?
maps, remember, so that's the kind of
Jaz bi
thing
ful
I
rad
would
Pearla
wait for
videl.
them, and I'm not surprised
Enač
that
bomo pa
they're
kakšen drug dan
I'm
videli.
nervous.
Jaz sem
I'm
super, Rixi, kako si ti?
yeah. Are you
Liquid
nervous?
now. Yeah, I think
Ne,
if you
no,
Yeah, I mean,
škoda.
if this goes to 3 months, I
Prvi
can't
X so imeli, ja,
see
ja.
Yeah, I mean, it's sample size, right? For
Right.
Leviatan, it's like the only time we saw them was that Giga overtime game.
Ne bom
against
Binda
Fnatic,
gledal prav,
right? So
Pinči.
how much of
Celo
that
da ne
was
bo
just
prišel do Binda,
trying
lej.
to, like, less of the strategy is just going in there and like, okay, we got a bit of the wind in our sails. So it's a case of, let's say Liquid win on Haven, then we see Leviatan win on Percent. That momentum's very much in
Yes.
Leviatan's favor at that point.
A ja, zdaj pa da še vidimo karakterje za prvo mapo.
So realistically for both these squads, if they
Sad
want
zdaj pa
to go
Haven pa
down,
Bind, to je easy
their map
Phoenix
pool
pick.
needs to be a lot better
Ej,
than
ful ne
this.
vem, a Phoenixa dosti igra
More
zdaj.
on the side of Leviatan, but Liquid's map
Haven je, ne Haven, Haven se imenuje.
The trouble with this series right now, ladies and gentlemen, is that they will have played Haven, as Ryan has already rightfully pointed out. They've already won it before. Ascent, one of their best maps. And then, of course,
Za koga si za Team Liquid
was
sam?
probably a giga banger of the overtimes against Fnatic. I actually won't learn anything. I won't learn anything about their map pool that we didn't already kind of know. Sent, great for them. Let's say they win it. If they win Haven or they don't win Haven and it's close, we already know that they were good on Haven. Bind, we already know they're able to go up against the best. I won't learn anything. I just want to see if they're better than they were before.
Well, Jess, maybe they will show you something new.
Huh?
Who knows? Who knows? Who knows? We're gonna take a step away for just
Ma ne, med polcetom nikoli ni bilo intervjuja do zdaj. Vsaj na unmu Last Chance Qualifier ni bilo. Scream bo zih race. A na Havenu. Bind zihar. Haven ne vem, a igrajo race ali ne. Ej, akta je full boljštija, drugače. Jaz sem imel tudi akta. Še minutka pa se začne. Grem jaz malo hitro na VCT, brba. Grem hitro na VCT, brba.
Welcome back, everybody. It's time to bring on two more teams from Group A and welcome Team Liquid and Leviatan.
Evo me. Ej, tisti, ki ste gledali PRX, ful me zanima. Kjere agente so igrali na PRX, na Pearl mapi? A zdaj imaš še introduction. A to jim rečejo, da morajo nekaj narediti? Astro so igrali. A so res Astro igrali na Pearl mapi? Se to abi. Kje si Urbanec? Bolj malo vete, vidim vi. Orede. Ti bi 100% tvrko na predstavitvi. To je bilo še najboljš. Onda so dosti plačani za ta cringe pravi. Mislim, meni verjem, da so si dosti plačani. Noben mu nič ne manjka.
Well, Group A has already proven to be a pretty tough place to be. It's time to see if either Team Liquid and Leviatan have what it takes to make it out. I know we mentioned Ajnur already, but I just want to address it again because he couldn't make the trip.
Zamujate bili 40 minut.
This is a coach that has
Veš, za kjer tim sem jaz? Za Team Scorp Gang. Zmagal vse. Za Team Liquid sem chat. Za Team Liquid.
Wasn't there a comment made in Copenhagen that there was a little bit of, you know, lack of cohesion and whatnot, and when those timeouts couldn't come in, that Leviatan was like, oh, I wish we had Oda here, I wish we had the big man here to give us the words.
Čujem, da vsak da sedi v svoji dvorani.
They had to learn how to be self-sufficient.
Pa sedi so, da imajo kar dosti prostora.
They've got the big brain, speaking about ball buff, they've got the big brain right behind them.
A ni boš da več prostora, Kevin?
Yeah, I was good. Like that coach.
Glej ga,
from
Roškar.
Liquid, he looks
Roškar za tele je rekel, da je končno zmagal.
Allowed to be on two teams at once.
He's moonlighting for two teams. One other thing about Owner as well, like we're talking about Liquid doing a run last year.
Okej. Imajo kar dosti drugače. V CS:ju so fullball skupaj ponad. Ampak se to je dobro.
Wow.
To je dobro.
It is like, it went the way of Liquid last time, and Liquid have been very good against Crew when they met up, but this is a very different last time team overall.
Yeah.
And Haven's a really good map to take Leviatan too, because Leviatan are going to be so prepped, they're going to want the default set strategies. Liquid could just go and fight them, really up the ante. We've not seen that much from Liquid playing this map. They beat G2, that was really all we saw in
Na Worldsih imajo še večjo razdajo, se mi zdi.
That was a few weeks and months before
Na
then.
kateri igri to? A tle valo? Kateri državi to v Turčiji imajo to? Istanbul.
And with the break in between, is there going to be some agent changes? Is there going to be some overall different ideas for the squads?
Right. I'm not sure if they would, Jess. I don't know what you think. Whether they would make any major changes. I think Chamber was the one that we were like, do they? But don't they? But so far, at least from the first game, it's not made a massive difference.
A si LOL napisal? Ja, na začetku si LOL. Okej, štekam. Kaj je zamudil? Dejansko še nič, chat. Ko mi zdaj se bo začel. Zdaj bo prva mapa. Prva mapa je Haven, ki jo je Liquid izbral. Prva lažov ne bomo mogli videti. Evo, Dimasik je dal Omna, Solkas, Fade, Scream, Raze, Nivera, Breach, Jumpy ali pa Jumpy, nekako rečem. Jumpy, Chamber, tam imajo tudi Omna. Da bomo videli. Dimasik me je tudi poznan drugače čat. Pa Jumpy, te sem videl, ko so igrali na streamu tudi kakšni. Omen, Fade, isti tim imajo. Se pravi, Chamber je še vedno igral, kar je logično. Chamber je pač poreda že njegov trap je, ne? Ful pomaga, da ti ne rabaš flanka gledati. To je huge. Huge. A mi je ovako razdajo, zato ker so bili na Kitajskem in so zaradi... okej, pinče, ja, štekam. Zaradi korona. Kako zgleda lep ta studio. Ja, lej, jaz ko... Če bo daj ste rekel včeraj, si kupam bilo, pa imam tak studio kot le, ko on igra.
It's very unusual, so the fact they've got it head-to-head is pretty surprising, and I wonder how they're going to play.
Yeah, I do wonder in...
Ja, sam zaradi trapa je že res dobro. Ja, se to, trap je full insane. Boš ne, prav, Abi, boš ne. Abi, ti imaš itak članke za delati. Tako da. Za Liquid, Team Liquid. Unaj pa coach tam v zadnji, ja?
I can't wait to see it. We've got a bolt bath on the desk. We've got a bolt bath on stage. It's only fair that we have a bolt bath on the caster desk as well. Over to you,
Tom,
Mr. Mitchman.
So you, yeah? Yeah, I think that one was looking at me for sure. Guys.
Sam svojoš treba Chambera pa flankaš. Ja, sam izčengaš pa smoku. Ti boš kojet. Jet nimajo zdajle. Če Oman uporabi smoke, tanka na začetku sam dva smoka, je pozitiv defend. Recimo, da en puša A. Kaj ti boš tam treba smoku, pa lahko smokaš najo sam eno stran, a veš. Doskrat se ne splača. Jet smoke, ja. Ostalo se ne splača. Oman se edin lahko ti pija čez trap, če je tako postavil nekako. Sam res Hunter, možda je to na ti konca, ki je z laserjo na mizo. Čist možno. Ja, Valorant je za ston, chat. Valorant je za ston. Pač to so bile moje sanje, da bom lahko na streamu gledal VCT in dejansko so se to hitro zgodile. Evo. Leviatan, defender je prvo. Zdaj da lahko malo bolj na glas.
Yeah, it already seems like the defense is just getting ready to try and come back in.
Oof! Lep kill.
To at least kill off. Oh my goodness, Melsa gets two. I didn't expect him to get any more with the
Okay, tole je 1-0.
left all on his lonesome.
Okay, tole so jih kar lepo. To so jih v easy doba zdala. Okej. Zdaj je Apex. Bomo videli, bomo videli. Ne, to ni finale, če. To se je komaj začel. Prvi dan VCT-ja.
We ended up kind of, someone else will take care of that, but no, Melser walks in, takes one, takes two, and of course...
Prvi dan VCT-ja je to. 18. je finale, mislim da. Kakšen lak. Vidim, da ful igra drugače to pištolca. Kvaj že res se vidi pištolca? Jaz se vedno iz CC spomnim. Kvaj že res ta pištolca, čat? CZ. O moj bog, vedno pozabim ime. Ampak je ful igra. Frenzy, to. Frenzy ful igra. Tam so vsi forsali pa Spektra razen Takolila ima Maršala. Ja, čas, še zdaj nimam Riot Gun Buddyja. Sam nočem jim zatažiti, če mi da. Čas, so slišali, da ima stan redi? Zato se ne sliši. Sam je Alijan. Oj, koliko ima King ta angle je full navaran. Kaj igra Spectre na ta angle, oni imajo pa Digla, Šerifa. Evo, že vsi rotirajo. Edino, okej, Oman je ostal, dva sta ne videlo. Uf. Ja, to je itak. Mislim, itak je logično, da bo 2-0. Zelo težko, da ne bo. Ampak oni morajo, če dobijo čim več killov, boljš bo. Več killov, ko dobijo, boljš je. Daj dobim Miško. Danes sem jih vprašal in niso je še poslali. Augusta ali pa septembra pošljajo, so bili pisati, tako da August bo itak že konc. Evo, vsi bojo preživeli. Ne, enega so dubali, okej, enega so dubali. Ampak to je eden, to ni... Zdaj morajo dobiti tole. Zdaj Liquid mora čim manj folka, moram reči, hočejo, da dobijo pa še naslednjo rundo lahko. To 12 doba pa lahko comebacka, realno. Če sem kaj jezen na tačan, zakaj to zakaj bi bil jezen na tačan, kaj pa je bilo? Ker Miško, Moda Low Pro sem si naročil. Že junija. Sam ki je bil preorder, dolgo traja. Zdaj je vse odvisen, a bo zdajle Takolila dubo kakšen headshot. Scout, a tudi če body zadane je že full dober. Šterje so pušali A. Šterje so pušali A. Trap imajo za C, nimajo za A. Morajo paziti. Tole pa zdaj je zelo navaran. Tole, okej, Leviatan zaenkrat zelo dober igra. 3-3. A, lej, res light armor so kuba, to pa nisem videl. Z light armorjem igrajo. To je pa zanimivo. I guess, da če umrejo, da lahko še vedno kupijo naslednjo rundo. To pa še nisem videl. Da prvi svoj full buy, da kupaš light armor, da imaš pozno naslednjo rundo, ko zmagaš to. Itek se pričakuje, da zmagaš, a ne, ampak. Ali pa tudi zgubiš zaradi tega. Oh. 3-2. Pa Jumpy je sam 6 HP-a. Okej, lep kill. GG. Zaenkrat, Dober igra zdaj. Mislim, da je denarka so šerifa bajali. A je bilo za to? Kaj, se bomo videli zdaj. Ja. Možno da je zato, ker so vsi šerifa kupali. Tole zdaj je res. Nisem pričakoval, da bojo to rundo. Tako dejansko so jih zelo dobro dobili. Pač. 3 so živi ostali. Na bonusu. Ne, tle ne bo memoralni. Za Liquid sem drugač. Zdaj, Dimasik je kupil, edini, ki je kupil.
They need to get themselves back up on
Zdaj je full na njemu.
Look, Demon6 got a rifle, but the rest of the team are coming in with
Jampi je že dead. Sploh ne znam, kaj mu Jampi reče, ali Jumpy ali Jampi, se ne vem. Živate, ja. Oj, Demon6 mora zdaj. Auuu!
So Leviatan are starting to rotate in. Really not a lot going for Liquid at the start of this round.
Stun through will it
Dead bo. Oh moj, okej. Vsaj enega je dobil. Vsaj enega je dobil. Sam mislim, tole bo težka. Tako Lila ima že sniper. Že garantar. Zakaj ima member only? Zato, ker ne rabim tle member only. Member only, če bi bila nedelja, bi imel, ja. Če bomo gledali, ne vem, kdaj je 18, je to na nedeljo ali ne.
Leviatan playing a smart game. Up against two sheriffs to play right back on the site like this. And they've got a showstopper if anything goes crazy, but it would be a
kadarkoli finale.
they end up using it in this round here. I think you want to get out of this.
Ja, rekel sem, da navijam za Team Liquid.
Which they've already done. And avoid giving your opponents
Taj dosti hud skin drugač.
Scream's already snuck his way maybe a little further than they could have expected.
Oj, vsi so na spavnu.
This is an incredible display of patience coming out of this last.
Tukaj realno ima sam veze, da oni čim več killov poberajo. Ok, še ultali so. Nekako se to splača. O, še en smoke. Ok. Nivera, flanka in pričakovali so ga. Sam enega so dobili. Ok.
I have to say, aside from the incredible patience,
Kotlik, ni mi še update-a.
I'm not a fan of
Ta skin govori, kaj spektataš, ja. Gal, možno da bo, ja. Živaš, bej.
I think most teams would have went for that 4 versus 2, prioritize their economy potentially with the showstopper. Sure, that does make sense, but
Liquid je zbral tole mapo, Liquid. A gre, prvi problem je, da so zgubili bonus rounda, ne, od Leviatana, tako da zdaj, tale runda je full pomembna, da oni dobijo, zelo pomembna. Ko je bil Chamber nerfan? Nerfan je bil tako, da je njegov tip ima full manjši range, pa njegov ult, če v nogo zadaneš, ni več one shot. Čeprav Scream on Fire, ok. Toxic. Tolik je lepo je agro piko middle. Full lep play. Saj se videl, a mu je še en gledal na boju tam window, da on lahko pač tam snipa, po mojem, da mu je. Ulta je side, noben ga niso zadeli. Noben ga niso zadeli z ultom. Majo C-side, kar je dober. Samo mora zdaj paziti. 5 na 3, to bo zelo težko. Bomo videli, kako bo odigral Demon6, mora zdaj dobiti kakšen kill. Da, Nivera je dobil 2, ampak to zdajle zelo dober igra Leviatan. Nisem pričakoval. Ja, pa pri Chamberju za njegov ta šerif, to pištolco njegov so dražji, ja, 150 je zdaj en metek. Ja, ta uno smoke sem že jaz enkrat naredil, samo v napačni smeri, ampak ja, ta smoke od omla je full dober za garažo, full dober. Pač full dober igra. Živa takač. Tole je prvi timeout, verjetno. Ja, evo, timeout. Aj 5-0, a ne? Uf.
Won it relatively cleanly against top teams rather than a map they only played once. It's also one that Leviatan got bodied on when they played it in Copenhagen versus DRX. They only got 5 rounds. So it was the clear choice. This is the map where...
Koliko je pinči toksike, jo. Čega, tole je od Team Liquida mapa, chat. Si zdaj tako, lej, to ne povem, če njihova mapa, če to zgubijo, da je pol konca, ne, to je daleč od tega. Ampak ja, kje si kupil River Phantom, onega rumenega, kaj imaš ti?
dying in some of those early
Rumen Phantom. Jaz nimam rumenega Phantoma, Riverja. River nima rumena.
The difference here, so Scream is getting demolished in early.
Kaj mi se zira?
But it's when they go to the defense, those two players pop off. They can have a slow start. You can look at this scoreboard and go, oh, they're 0-5.
Majo dosti bolj košenja kot CSU. Ja, ne, full dober imajo zrihtan. Res top.
But this start for Leviatan cannot be allowed to continue. Yeah, I consider and go, oh, there's still hope for Team Liquid.
Če si videla Fugi, Abi.
But if you're on a 12-0 half, I don't really care.
Ne bi se čudil.
You're going to lose that game more than likely. I need Team Liquid to start finding rounds. This is about the time we saw Paper X in the previous series start to wake up.
Okej, Leviatan ima 2 ulta, še Fade ult dobijo. Liquid ima Bridge ult, kar je zelo dober. Z Bridge ultom lahko dobijo, ampak imajo samo en dober weapon. Oziroma ne, sorry, 2. 2 Vandala imajo. Se, Scream je znam po one tapanju, ampak zaenkrat ima še 0 killov, tako da. More pick upat Scream. A res vi ste bom. Zdaj, če Shai dobi en kill, na ult bo zelo težko za njih. Ker to je lahko zelo easy retake pol. A Knivera ima tudi ult. Bridge ult je tudi zelo dober. Vsi imajo spet 25 armorja samo. Pa zaenkrat ni bilo še nič damage z nobene strani, tako da. O, tako Lila ima dober spot. Ok, lep flash, pa da sem malo počakal. Ker če veš, da je tam sniper, je dobro vedno počakati zato da najprej ustrikajo. Doskrat unike snajpajo, vedno najprej počakajo pol sekunde, pa pol strelja, pa se tipijo. Jep, XT. Pa lepo sem vedel, da bo tale. Ok, Scream je double kill, nice, končno. In pa bo tole double. Evo ga, Scream se je zbudil. Uf. Zdaj pa da vidimo. Vidimo, če King, kaj ne vejo. Vifno je tukaj King. Očitno mora igrati z Guardiani, boljši gre. Holy, okej. To je bilo zelo dobro. Pa še njega bojo dubal, po moje da ga dobijo. Jampi misle, da še ni šel čez. Ok, zdaj vejo, kje je. Jampi ga ima, evo. Lepo, vsi imajo zdaj dobre vepne, da vidim, snajper so vzeli. Oj, nisem pričakoval, da bojo lih to rundo dubali. Sicer sem rekel, imajo Bridge ult, ampak so oni zelo dobro odigrali, da so šli stran od sajta. Wow, Pinči mislim, da me je spectator zaradi bot aima, okej. Ja, Jarko. Ja, XT prije restri se vse obrne, mislim, ni se še obrnala, ne. Uf, lep one tap. Oni itak imajo denar. Čeprav Leviatan ima spet... Ne, okej. 2 imata dosti denarja. 3 bojo lahko naslednjo zih še kupili. A ga je videl? Ni ga videl. Poma ga ni videl. Lep timing je dobil. Ampak tukaj ima Mercer ima zelo dober spot. Nisem počakiral.
This is a stacked up C-side early, great rotational reads by Leviatan and Team Liquid. Well, they found so much success in the previous round. This one's over in the blink of an eye.
To so jih pa hard prebrali. Leviatan jih je tole zelo prebral. Zelo lep setup na C-longu, ker nisem pričakoval, da sta 2 tam. Uf.
Well, I guess when you see that chamber there, you're just like, okay, he has got himself an ability to TP out. No one's going to be pushed with him.
One enemy remaining.
Tole je bilo res dala. Ja, Omen jih je tukaj zelo dobro. Za Team Liquid sem drugač. Imajo zdaj še zmer bite, tako da so prejšnjo dubal. Pa so vsi preživeli. Zdaj vejo, da je en close. Dima si jih skoraj je dubo, ampak ga žal ni dubo. Ok, so vrnili nazaj, ker je zelo dober. Lepo so ga tukaj ven dal iz kota. Lep kill Jampija. Rečemo Jampija, ok. Zdaj bo imagine, da bi to zadeval, uf.
by Alberto, but he spots that they are still in this position.
Enih flanka, lej. Omen je zdaj, je smoke v C-long. Screen double kill, tako Lila tle na shortu. 3 na 2. Sam je tukaj na sajtu. Ok, lepa. Ampak še zmer, lej. Nivera je low. Tako da maybe, ne bo dobo, že gledajo v zadnji, Veja. Solkaz ga bo videl. Yep. Lepa. Ja, nač, ej, to ni še konc, lej. Malo so se zbudali. Jaz sem za Team Liquid, Matija. A drugače vse vidite, ne? Vse, ki sem postavil, to, kar piše na levi strani ekrana, da sem official partner, pa kamerca, vse v redu, ne? Vse se vidi.
They're still in a position where they can buy. You're going to have that operator in play.
Bravo, ljudi.
Too much trouble there in terms of the finances, and Liquid is still kind of on the brink.
Kaj če bo v storok tajen? Vse je top? Ok. Aha, vidim, ja, vse je v redu, super.
Well, this has been a fantastic beginning. This team stacked up as much as they can be. Leviatan spraying away.
Noč ga niso zadeli. Če smoga jih hedno, lepa. Tekolila je dober sniper. Kaj vidim pri Tekolili je, da vedno ima take pozicije najde, od kje jih snajpa folk. Tako, ni ali skos na eni, vsako rundo gre nekaj drgem snajpat, kar je zelo pomemben drgač. Neko ne more pričakati kaj, ampak tudi ni tako, nima navadne kote, vedno take čudne kote najde. Tako, da ga kričem, ja, loga tako kričem, realno bo lažji. Scream. Scream je v slabi poziciji zdaj. Zelo slabi poziciji. Lep kill Screama. Pazit, mora sniper. Nice. En metak. Dejansko so jih dubali, tako da je sam... Eden jim umrl, okej, nice. A se bi še lahko defuzat? Ne bi mogel defuzat. Nice. Če ima oni akante z vsemi skini. A veš, da ne vem, imajo svoj akant tam ali ne? To pa nisem zihar. Sam vem, da to jih prav itak vse kupijo vedno. Aha, tako je Tenza, okej, čist možno, ja. Živo karatimi. Tukaj je lepo skrin double kill. Tlej, sicer sem mislil, da ga bo unil v bovke in mačkam falil. Niso na svojih, okej. Vem, da vse kupijo. Mislim, eni kupijo vse, realno, odvisen. Zakaj ne moram valati špil, kako to misliš, ne moraš? A imaš Windows 11, moraš si vklopati Moon. Vzal sem TPM ali karkoli. Chamber je še vedno dober chat, že sam zaradi njegovega trepa. Čakaj, je Leviatan zdaj vzel timeouta? Secure bot, to. 3-6, lepa. Počas comeback, zdaj ne vem, možno da je Leviatan zdaj na ekotu, nisem pogledal.
But then you start to look at some of the other players as well and realize that Solkas, Demasic, these guys could have their ultis on any moment now. The round could become a big danger for Leviatan. I don't mind this whatsoever.
Tarik pa res skupaj vse skine, dober, ne bo itak ni problema, ne. Itak je eden izmed največjih streamerjev, živo sem obajan. Aj, folk, like, gremo like, stisnite like.
You might even need to say anything. It just looks them in the eyes. I already think I'm going to be winning after it just gives me the stay, you know.
Well, to be honest, it's like a mental game, you know.
Kaj, Tarik je zdaj presentil in si konzervator, ne, to pa nisem videl Tenza.
Like, oh no, owner's talking to them. I see his lips moving. He's actually just singing karaoke. That's what you don't know. It's just morale. Yeah, he's
kje bo zdaj snajpal? Imajo še denar zdaj za tole. Pol pa nimajo denarja za sedno, evo. Kje snajpa? Aha, zdaj A snajpa spet. C je šel sam enkrat snajpa do zdaj. Zvuk je malo zaštekal. Ne, ni še finala, ne.
Again, this passive default has worked at least in a couple of the rounds, but it does allow for a lot of map control to be taken by Leviatan. It's happened again.
Zdaj so se kar razveta z denarjem zdaj. A res, ali kaj?
quite easily, and although they're going to
Kaj se zdaj pa še del? Imeli so Shrouda, samo ne vem, a bo še zdaj tam ali ne. Skeri hvati sta poznat
Oh,
Scorpion.
that was close. Taco Leah hits Demasik to 29 health, but here's the Rolling Thunder. This time they're not quite as far away.
Ok, dubo so,
They might be
tako ta.
punished. Oh, that blast
Niso ga
back
mogli
in.
dobiti.
Scream had an angle for a fraction of a second, but not enough to find Taco Leah. With that, the plant at least comes through, and we reset into a
Tako bo tle
5v5
zig dobo enega.
retake.
O, ne.
That op of Taco
Lep
Leah
pull.
has a challenger in the form of Yumpy. And although they've spotted the up, they don't know where it is right now, and that's going to be a big concern in getting back in here.
Oje, so že dva smoka uporabili?
Ultimates are just not there, so they have to almost try dry peeking into a lot of these
Še eden je
angles.
Heaven.
He's not even really being cleared off his angle, just standing in the open, fighting. And well, I don't even know if they're going to need to commit in the
Kako niso? What? Niso slišali, da je bil spodaj?
Giving them an opportunity.
What?
And it's left on to Soulcast, and Shy just
Kako
cleans
oni
it
niso
up.
vedeli, da je on dol
This round was
skočil?
looking done in Liquid's favor. Normally a team so good in those afterplans, but they got picked apart.
I'm pretty sure I lip-read play a retake on Owner in that round.
Pač jaz
so
zdaj tako
I don't
zgor, kam je
know.
čuda najš, da bi jaz izgovarjal imena v angliščini vmes, ko slovensko govorim.
Lights out round
Za tim
from
Liquidcam.
A player that, sure, historically do we expect him to perform, sure, but this is a bit ridiculous.
Slava ne vem, kako jih je dobil.
The pressure he's been under, and he's delivering again, again, and again.
That's the thing, if you
Oof.
look back to previous events, I would say statistically it was like top 3 within Astra players, but it was some of the other... And
Loga,
that's, bear in mind,
coach je
players like-
cel nahajpan.
So like being top 3, that's pretty damn good. I think also like Marco had some pretty solid play as well. You also have Mind Freak who was crazy, so...
Skringa gre hitar.
But the fact is, it was other...
Japi dubo tako ta, nice. Lepa. To je ful pomemben. Skrim je že dead.
He managed to trade out Scream's life forward.
Dima ne ve, Dima ne ve.
The step has been heard as easy as can be for Adverso. The advantage comes back into the defender's hands, and a showstopper's on its way.
lep
Yuppie's
kill.
got it.
Majzer si je lepo zaupal, da ga bo dobil.
Back in the round,
Ni
and
vera še en
Adverso
kill.
double down. 3
Ok.
versus 2. The advantage
Lep
for
comeback. Lep comeback.
Just closed out in a matter of
Zelo lep
seconds.
comeback zdaj od
Yuppie's
Liquida.
still starting to have that impact that we wanted to see from him, and especially
Ja,
on the
tem zaverjetno, ja.
attacking side, it's a lot harder to do. But you're just seeing him take space where maybe he necessarily shouldn't in most cases, but that's always been Yuppie's ability.
Dejansko je dosti značen. 3 razlike ni velik.
To just sit and wait for King to swing the angle, and 7-4. And now the economy's actually not fantastic from Leviatan. Like, you're coming in with, okay, rifle, 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 stinger, rifle.
Secure boot si moraš vklopati, tit. Živo Hen.
We've seen Enzo's stats. You know that guy doesn't die first.
Lepa.
Swinging from Scream.
Tole ima Scream srečo, ki je pull od fade dubu Omna in Oman pol v bistvu ne sliša, ne, ker to te tudi depna, da ne slišaš, koliko krat, ker si ultan. In je na side punch, on sploh vedno ni.
All of your breach utility. That's the benefit of losing the sight so quickly. That was a little awkward. Navera getting a nade down.
Ja, bi se bom, ja, se bom.
He's gonna blitz it and he'll lose his life.
Almost taking the 1v1 fight.
Bom dal na
But again,
drug kanal.
it just seems to fall apart
Da,
for
folk je, da je
them.
drug
It's all
kanal.
left on to Soulcast. He's gonna try and play this in that 1
Kako oni toliko dobro odigrajo na rundo, pa kar naenkrat čist drugač model. Enega je še dubo sam. 8-4. Prvi polcajt.
Liquid are in solid positions and the rounds just slip away.
It keeps on feeling like surely Liquid are about to close out that extra round, but
This
just
could have
like you
been
said,
6-6.
this is a similar scenario though. As I said, starting it out, it looked like deja vu for Liquid, and finishing it out, it's pretty close too. This is not a team I expect to fall flat in the
Kako
second
imamo model
half.
monitor, nisem videl, kako ima.
Here's my problem. As much as I expect Team Liquid to bounce back on defense, I expect Leviatan on the attack to do some serious damage. I might not be the only one suspecting that. Let's see what
By the way,
Ramos
chat,
thinks.
zdaj le, ko se čaka, ne pozabiti iti na moj nov kanal se naročiti, ja?
That was not Leviatan's match.
Ne se pozabiti naročiti.
Well,
Čakaj.
they look so comfortable on it from the pistol to win the bonus.
Lejte,
as
lejte,
well.
lejte,
It was
lejte.
a solid performance all round, and just the difference in what the IGLs and the entries.
Ne
are
se
able to do
pozabiti iti
overall when it
naročiti
comes
na
to
moj nov kanal,
seeing
chat.
Scream go up
Ja?
against King. Like looking at them
Čakaj,
overall,
moram
I think
dati,
it's one of those ones where Scream died so often in those early rounds.
O ne, ne sme biti tale, evo.
maybe he was taking a leaf out of Angel's book, right? Like, just, you know,
Ma,
die early so he could...
če sem že, če sem saban.
But King, still a start for him.
Absolutely, and
Ma,
he was on
dej,
the
ne
flank a
moram.
lot of the time as well. It was really strange.
Ne
They had a
moram.
lot of different options
Ne
for
moram
their
vam dati v
players.
chat. En drug ne da v
You
chat,
see this
prosim.
head-to-head between King
En
and
drug ne da v
both
chat.
playing the exact same agent. You have to remember that. We spoke about it on the previous.
Kaj mora, da imajo obraz 3 centi stran? Ja, lažje vidiš, a ne, v bistvu, a veš. Če tako gledaš tja, takoj boš videl, če si čist bliz, pa skoncentriran, če kdo pika.
For example, you know, I'm calling Melza multi-kill Melza from now on because that man in the mid to late round was unreal. This man on your screen right now is the
Evo, tem zdaj pospemo link chat. Ne se pozabati sad na moj nov kanal, moraš skoro za tam bojo videi. Polka bo ta kanal zrastel, bom da zraste, če se boste sami pa gledati tam video. Nov video je tudi tam že gor, tako da si ga pogledajte, stisnite like tudi na tisti video. Ampak res bi rad probal, da imam 2 kanala, na temu streamam, na umu dajem videe, zato da imam lepo ločen. Moja najljubša mapa, pa ne vem, dost map mi je tako, ker sem všeč. Definitivno ne maram Icebox, pa Brisbane tudi ni to.
Yeah, big task for them to get back into game and for us to jump back into the map with mid and top.
Thank you so much, Analyst Desk. 8-4 as we dive back into things. Round 13.
Ok, zdaj ima full veze, da Liquid dobi prvo rundo. Zelo pomemben.
As we stated, Team Liquid, they didn't do too well in the start of the previous half. Now on their defense, though, those rounds are a requisite. Leviatan get off to a strong start, build up that snowball, and things are going downhill pretty quickly. Dimasic
No, Dimasic je agresiven, malo preveč. Ta granata ne bo nič naredila. Sicer je King in Shy, oba sta zgubila armor, tako da pa neki healtha. Tako da ni tok bad naredil. Dubo 1 kill plus damage. In pa še Melser je bil zdaj tega, ne o. Tako da v bistvu vsi so dost slow zdaj. To je zelo dober. One shot so zdaj. Headshot. Se moram dati tudi očala gor. Ker me bo spet začel patchat. Živa, Anže, kako si? Lepo, da so tale pravljar uporabljali, zelo dober. Oni zdaj vejo, da sta 2C pušala. So slišali. Tako da tole bo šli na B. Plant bo je dubl. Sicer je še zmed 4-4, ne? Ampak imajo prednost zdajle. Liquid bi mogel imeti prednost zdajle.
Initially they did have Navera here, but after falling off, it gives that extra space for free. You can see those Soulcats already waiting to almost watch if anybody's going to try and wrap around the backlines. The B plant is never the easiest to defend.
Tole bo
but
kar
they did
težka.
manage to get rid of Dimasic, which removes all of those smokes, which definitely helps you out when it gets
Tole bo zelo težko za Liquid, se mi zdi.
looking away, but
O, timing.
pull out utility. This might be a problem.
Timing,
This gives them
lep
space
timing.
for Soulcats to swing, but he's
O,
only
ni
gonna
dobo
get the one.
šenga.
That's all it is for now. They got
Majo na have že, diffusen. Oba sta low.
Stickiness has to be Yuppie, and he'll take the headshot right away. 9 rounds for Leviatan. A nail in the coffin for Team Liquid if this keeps up. They cannot afford to have a slow start to the defense, and I don't know that it's even an option at this point.
Tole je pa zelo težko zdajle. A bojo forsal?
Spectres and everything they could possibly wish for. Meanwhile, Team Liquid relegated down to just those budget pistols yet again. Strong post plan for them here. I mean, ultimately coming down to time and the players that they deleted. If you have something to block off vision,
Točko dobi sploh prvo rundo, nimaš ability, evo. Ja, smoka nisem imel, ne, če bi imel smoke bi bilo ful lažji. Smoke bi jih tle rešil.
Great start for Leviatan. In the second round, as I said.
So force, da, niso toliko forsali v bistvu.
The thing is the defense, right?
Niso
These
toliko
guys don't
forsali.
have to group up and take risky pushes the way they did before. They can set up on angles and try to punish.
Yeah, I think the most important thing here really is that Liquid need to try and pull out a miracle round. Because we were talking about comebacks, we were talking about the fact that this team can start to pop off and like those star players can almost get back to the point where they're performing to the heights we expect of them.
Tole je zdajle...
This game though, they've almost been outplayed.
Dobar, se še zmera, ne, 10-4 se pričakuje, da bo. Če dobijo njihov bonus, a ne se pravi, da Liquid zmaga proti njihovemu bonusu, je 10-5, pa če pol dobijo še gun round, je to 10-6, pa so oni eko že pola, ne? Oziroma ne, mogoče še niso eko pola. Prvi gun round, odvisno koliko jih zdajle umre. Tu bomo mogli zapraviti pol. Anonymous, kdo je ta Anonymous, what? What? Anonymous je doniral 50 €! What, chat? What?
Uzivej v tem, kar delaš.
Hvala ti! What? Hvala ti, kdorkoli si, Anonymous! Hvala ti, legenda, za insane support! In rekel, uživ v tem, kar delaš, pač. Ti in taki, ki si ti, ste glavno tudi razlog, da mi ful pomagate pri tem, kar počnem, tako da... Pač da lahko to zmer delam in vse, ne? Ne vem, kaj sem rekel prej, mislim, da sem se nekaj, ampak... Pač res insane model, res insane. Hvala ti ful, kdorkoli si, hvala ti res za insane support. Roix, ne, to... Pač mislim, lahko da je takaj top donator Roix, ampak... Tega, ker sem kaj top donator, sem ga dal pod Anonymous, ko on ni hotel, da se ve pod top donator, kdo je to. Potem, to ne vem, je on ali ne. To je lahko kdorkoli. Hvala ti res. Ful ti hvala. Čaj, ne vem, kaj se dogaja zadnje 2 dni, ampak... Pač... Prav ne moram. Ne moram. Včeraj je bil sploh insane s tem, pa danes je tudi insane. Danes je tudi insane. Pač, what? Ja, nisem sploh še videl, kako imam Melstar monitor. Pač... Pesi je uporabil member message. Pozdravljam tudi ti, Kripsi, pozdravljam tudi ti. Pozdravljen. Ne vem. O, model. Ja, jutri je šola, Vojksi, res je. Ne moram verjeti, stari. Anonymous, what? Kar še 50, what?
Mogo z Roko.
Rekel je mogoče Roko. Čak, a je to mislil kot ime, da je on Roko Marin? Ali kaj drugega je s tem mislil? What? Lahko da je to ta Roko, ki je member. Ne, Roko Marin je, ni Martin, Marin. Lej ga, v chatu je. Roko! Roko, hvala ti! Pač, what? Pač, chat, kaj so tam zgledali, da si toliko zaslužim? Sploh v zadnjih 2 dneh. Ampak zadnje, od novega leta naprej je insane, pač. Jaz sploh ne vem, kako se lahko zahvalim za toliko donacij. Sploh ne moram. Ne moram sploh nič. Ne moram reči, kaj da zakaj rečem, da vsajič hvala. Pač, what? Evo, Team Liquid, vsi preživeli, zelo lepa runda. Pač, what? Čekaj, kako se človek sploh zahvali, da vas presežem? Govci za to, hvala ti, good luck, ti sam tihi. Pač... Ne, tako kaj je bilo včeraj, mislim, da... Upam, da ne bo še kdaj tako, glede tega, da sem res mislil, da sem skapal včeraj. Včeraj je bilo pa res insane. Hvala ti, Folej. Roko, hvala ti res. Ful ti hvala. Zakaj bi ponašal Paradise 6, če sem jaz? Oh, fuck. Insane, res. Čaj, na tem streamu rajš ne bom tvrkal, ker ne vem, kako je. Ker pač je to skupaj z Riotom in ja, dost pravil je. Ne upam tvrkat. Pa jaz, pinči. Zato mojega imena si dol 2 donacije, good luck. Ja, jaz mislim, da je kar zaradi Roka ta. Ej, love you too, Roka, hvala ti res, hvala ti ful za support. Ful ti hvala. Lep, Soulcast ima full lep position. Lep pull, lep pull! God pull Soulcasta, o moj bog. Okej. God pull Soulcasta. 200 IQ play. Hvala ti, Stilix, hvala ti. Koliko je? 10-5, 10-5. Jaz vidim, da Melser ve, da je on tamle. Al? A, vidim, kako ima monitor, zdaj vidim, ja. Zdaj tap in abi consolidate. Deal.
Are they just saving? They might actually be just saving. Like,
Saveala bo to, ja. Oh!
That kill, you know, even still won't spur them on. If anything, it tells Team Liquid, I know where we can take a few guns out of their hands.
A bo vzel še tale orb, ali upa?
Actually want to go fighting for this. They do have a little bit of credits still in their back pockets, but realistically,
Lega tega good gamer.
just want to make sure your own finances.
Če pač ne moram verjeti, insane je, insane. Ne moram se vam dal zahvaliti, res. Pač.
With guns in their hands again. So risking your own economy
Oh
for
my
that really
bog.
not worth it at this stage. Maybe if they have a couple more rounds like this, they'll be a little bit happier. But Soccer does incredibly well. Like that's the thing. The push and pull of what Liquid did in this round was great. Like he just.
Tako dalo monitor gleda. Tako se je folk navadil, like. Tako se je navadil.
Probably going to use it on A. Let's just fight them before they can do it. They even use
Insane.
it on him. He still gets killed.
Brez besed sem. Hvala še enkrat vsem. Vsem, res vsem. Ok, a mislite, da comebacka Liquid chat? A mislite, da comebacka? Precajt, ko čakamo chat, ne se pozabite naročiti na moj nov kanal, na katerem je tudi nov video, klicaj video chat, imate link do tega videa, plus pač na tem kanalu. Tako da naročite se na nov kanal, tam bojo videi, več kontenta bo še tam, tako da ne pozabite se naročiti na ta kanal, če se še niste. Skorgan bot vam bo dal link v chat, ker nekdo napiše klicaj video, eden je že napisal, evo. Skorgan bot vam je dal link, kliknite link, pa lajkajte video, naročite se na kanal, ful bi vam bil hvaležen, res. Če Fnatic že igral, danes so igrali PRX proti ne vem kaj so že res. Tako da Fnatic še ni. Fnatic 100 Thieves je igral v petek. To bi ful rad gledal. Saj sem se tudi zmenil za board games. Mogoče lahko pogledam eno igro. Mogoče eno igro lahko pogledam. Zato, ker če se začel boss, veš, pa Matej je rekel, da je dobro, da ob ene polnoči že gremo, zato ker pač pa se mora to vedno zbuditi. Ker je runda, 17. runda.
He just gives his gun away.
He knows he's either getting the kill or he ain't coming back, and he's got the kill. But then he goes down the trades. A little late to come in, and it's set up for
Lep spray Screama.
And now Navarro's there to help. The brothers
Come back, come back.
and give Liquid their
Come
7.
back.
They're back in this game, just 3 away. And
A jaz se moram tudi v soboto zbuditi, se res. Pozabil sem že. Jo, chat, ne vem, če ne bom mogel 100 Thieves Fnatica gledati, dejansko ne bom mogel. Ne, Tenza, zato ker smo se zmenili že, pa že toliko dolgo ni bilo. Ne bom mogel. Dejansko ne bom mogel. Škoda. Koliko map še bo? Ja, ena še zihar, pa bomo povedali. Kam grem kdaj? V soboto sem v CZ trgovini, chat, na Rudniku, meet and greet. Poglej si moj Instagram, post, tam vse zvete. Moja zadnji Instagram objav si pogledaj, klicaj iga v chat, pa gledajte na moj Instagram, pa tudi lajkite jo chat. Lajkite do zadnji Instagram objav. Tako sem se poseril, ko sedim. To je ful pomembna zdaj za Team Liquid chat.
He wants to clear out these corners. He's feeling like the C site's been left. The rotations of Liquid are...
Daj, majster še tipija nima tle. Tako da Jampi ima tak spot, da mora paziti, ker ne bo mogel iti stran.
He's given up on it now and they're resetting to look elsewhere.
Look at where the rest of Liquid are. There are 4 players currently in A link. They're almost just waiting for those rotations.
Mislim, Jampi ima full door position zdaj. Jaz vidim, da bojo bošli. Čeprav bombo ima proti Aju.
4 players then within 5 seconds. If they go towards A, the exact same thing. They have so much denial. Navira even has himself that rolling thunder as well to slow them down.
Fejkajo C, fejkajo C, fejkajo C. Falo je. Lepo so jih. Lepo so jih.
Absolutely huge. Because he was under so much pressure. They played A heavy.
Ma ult, ma ult. Cancel je plant, ampak bo itak nazaj plantu spet. Še granata? Da vidimo King. Ok, King. A imajo ta retake. Jampi. Nice. 4v2. Saveajo, saveajo. Lepo so tole retake, lep retake, živijo tim.
Yeah, the
Zelo
idea
lep
for
retake.
Leviatan was great. Like, you basically put the pressure onto Yumpy, know that a lot of the time he's going to be playing that solo site, but it is just that, even still, even with the rotation, that A-link pressure, just being able to deny the plant, having a nade to throw in as well, just to slow them down, and you know that with that player rotating, you can try and get into the site.
Ta granata je bila tudi lepa, sam si itak, ta prav cajt se je ti pil, da ni umrl.
This though is a nice touch. Like just having Yumpy wait.
Živijo tim, kako si, živijo Jan.
Is my operator going to be really useful in a retake, or will it be better to stop them coming in on the flank?
Roko, a ne moreš, a si Space Safe-om probal? Ja, Space Safe-om dejansko ne moreš v kosu donirati pol, očitno. Je 50 max po neki logiki. Lep kill. Sem mislil, da odleže umrl. Sam sta 2 killa so dubali. Tako, pa mislim, da tale Melser je dobil še en kill. Zdaj mora zelo paziti. Hvala ti vseeno, Roko. Še vedno je isto denarja, tako da. Žal Gapix. Glej ga, Popaj. Ne, ni še finala, kjer. VCT se komi začel.
The A site completely under the control of that Chilean squad.
Ja, tole rundo so dubali. Nisem pričakoval, da bo zdaj res Leviatan dubal.
But there were so many scrappy weapons for them to work with, and unlike the previous time, they don't have a showstopper to get them into the site.
Kaj te boš, da doniram s PayPalom ali s PaySafeom? Če preko linka v opisu je dejansko isto. Mislim, da, dosti podobno, no. Če preko super chata, je pa itak lahko sam preko PaySafe-a. Ampak, I guess da je PayPal boljš? Zame osebno, če te res zanima. Mislim, da je boljš. Oh, bad dead. 11-8. Še vedno so comebackali, tako da še vedno ni izgubljena igra. Ok, Mr. Boom. Pati vnaprej že, no, če misliš kaj. Karkoli.
Yeah, that's the real issue. 4 rounds in a row at least has made this one look a little bit more competitive, but I don't know. A lot of these rounds just feel so scrappy, and Leviatan are coming out on top of that. Even in rounds where they have a significant disadvantage in terms of weaponry, there are moments, even when like it was Screaming Navira spraying them down, you're like, well, if you don't get 3 kills and 2 kills apiece, that could have easily gone the other way.
A z Maestrom, ali pa member posad. Maestro ne vem, a lahko, a bi prav, da ne. Jampi dubu en kill, traden je bil, ni najboljš.
When his teammate goes down, they're about to apply the pressure, and that they certainly have.
Oh my god!
That is phenomenal!
Insane!
Team Liquid, they were
Diva sick, what? Yo!
The spike on the floor.
To se čist strinjam, Pinči, da je useless. Maestro je res useless. Kerin, 2 headshota, koliko insane play.
They're ready for this on Team Liquid. They know how an Omen works.
Yeah, the tough thing here is actually not even getting the spike back. It's getting to the site to be able to do it in the
Če bo dejansko, Leke ne bojo vedel, da Lost Boya pride. Kaj je Solkas ga je spustil. Vzel je spike. Oni mislijo, da ja, po moje. Oni mislijo, da ja.
He's got such good timing then to swing on through, but Scream has caught him, and Team Liquid being...
Nice try. Lega JogurtPlays, no doniral 5 evrov. Jogurt, hvala še teče za 5 evrov, legenda, hvala ti. Hvala ti.
Ker si ti Scorp, haha.
JogurtPlays je rekel, ker si ti Scorp, haha. Zakaj ker sem jaz? Kva? A ker sem jaz? Ali ker si ti? Sarkastično, sploh ne vem.
Like, oh look, he's gone to the back of the site.
Like, you're going to have the sound cue that he has to be around this area, but you just don't expect
Kvaroškar.
him through his own smoke. Like,
Hvala ti, JogurtPlays, hvala ti.
I understand the risk, because otherwise, eventually they're going to know exactly where you are.
Čist možno, Pinči. Zakaj sem bimbo? Kaj pa je bilo? Je to model, ki Leviatan še kar lahko kupijo. Sicer, ne, imajo, dejansko imajo full buy.
And a paranoia, exactly, yeah. That ain't gonna refresh back up. I mean, that's a whole bunch of utility out of Team Liquid's utility belt and Leviatan, but they're only getting started.
Lip flash, lip flash.
Tackle Leon not ready. But the spam through actually goes in the other
To je
direction.
bilo, Solga si slajsa sroke, ne bi smel tam streljati, ko povejo, kje je, zaradi tega, ko ni imel Fantoma.
And the rotation is already there. The brothers working in tandem, just almost going together.
Okej, pinči.
I don't even know if they swing this wide.
Sarkazm, okej, ne ti bo. Kje si, Hipko, kako si? Oh. Zdaj mora Scream. Scream mora zdaj dobro odigrati. Ne vejo zanga. Nice. Oh, da bi še enega dubu. Oh, tole so pa trovali zdaj, tole so pa trovali. 2 na 3 se da, adverso je low. Okej, nič ne bo, nič ne bo. Ne vem, zakaj je tle prehiter je šel, mogo bi čakati. Imagine.
8 bullets in the headhunter. He's dropped his op. He's making it forward with a vandal in hand. But time is such a big issue for him. So many angles to clear.
Ne bo mogel tega dobiti, ni šans.
He has a suspicion, but
Nice try.
12 rounds in the board for Leviatan. They have 3 chances to take their opponent's map pick.
Yeah, and I feel like Melser is at the heart of so many strong rounds that Leviatan
Še to, ja, še od njih mapa je, oni so jo zbrali, ja. A gled, bom videl, bom videl.
Liquid actually react quite well. It's just some of these battles that he's winning.
Tle so zastrali, ki jih je res po kempu na šortu, pa je Navaro pušil. Navaro? A ni Varo.
You never see that kind of kill happen.
It's like
He should have lost that duel.
Dimasic, maybe he worked as a nice distraction.
Worked. He was a distraction, sure. 12 to 9, 3 rounds to go.
Showstopper.
Leviatan, they've seized. Dimasic on the back of the side. He's in trouble. That's
Dejansko je dubo enega, what?
Yeah, they know exactly where he is. This time still runs out,
What?
manages to get one, but they've traded evenly.
Okej, ja, če lik mi tole zgobi, je GG, ne? 1-0.
Taken almost every single round.
Da vidimo Nivero.
This time the success isn't anywhere near. It's close.
GG.
Swing out from Melzer again.
GG je tole.
It all onto Yumpy. Operator in this 1 versus 3 to keep them
GG.
in the map.
Nemogoče klačati tole. Nemogoče. Sploh pa je snajpo.
I don't see how you get away with this. The first, at least, he's concealed by the smoke now. It almost plays against
Ta je smoga je rešil.
They'll reset. An opportunity
Negativi.
here in the 1v2. They've still got a hunt.
Koliko imaš otroja? Ne, ni moj, ni moj. Od sestre.
Attempt the challenge, and there's the hunt. It's bounced off the wall. It didn't go all the way to spawn. He's able to sneak up a little closer now. He might have been spotted otherwise. Now the is the first found, and now only one.
Oh moj bog!
What a
No way!
touch from Yumpy, a misplay from
No
Leviatan,
way!
That's for sure. They're going to be kicking themselves if they end up in OT. Still 2 chances to close it, but wow.
Yeah, that's the thing. The player you want in these sort of scenarios, a lot of the time is going to be someone like Navera, but I feel like there's so many times in these
Vse, kar so rabili narediti, je iti ali na long ali neki. Gori, da je treba, še malo pa se vidimo. Res je, res je.
One, as you said, is that
Hvala ti, če za 3 evre, legenda, hvala ti.
like he even pulls out his head onto knowing that he basically has to land a couple of instant headshots and then just manages to pull off the 1 versus 2. Liquid
Ja, te za.
held on.
Kjer insane clutch od Jumpija, holy. To je pa insane model. To je pa res insane.
It's a little shaky. It's a little shaky. They're playing for the last round, man. And again, we've seen this level of respect so many times. Even going back to the 4v2
To jih je pa ore, ker že lepa, le kakšen baj imajo zdaj, Leviatan ima zdaj shit baj.
They
Tako
know
da.
Team Liquid are not a team to be trifled with, and they're not looking to do that. They'll play for the next round, but we've seen them win these exact ones before. And if anything
jaz sem tudi lačen.
their way, a rolling
Aj, če hočeš, lahko kaj naročiva. Zdaj sem dobil toliko v 2 dneh, da lahko kaj naročim si za jest. Ti lahko prvoščam.
Time you want to be making a mistake. Your own
A
map
bi.
is next being ascent, as said, like Liquid are probably looking at this map pool going, hey, we got a pocket pick and we got probably our best map, maybe other than Icebox.
Ajde, Abi, naroč.
Look at Navera as well. If he gets 1 orb in this round and dies, if he gets a kill and dies, his
Lega, Roko je točno tako, ja, očastim.
to play at 12-11.
Te zanimam še. Večina denarja je šlo preko YouTube, tako da mogu še kar čakati.
Leviatan can really do from the start of the round to deny that.
Zasral sem, ker sem kamero 2-krat naročil pa cancelo in mi je šlo 2 jurja iz akanta in zdaj čakam, da mi Amazon da nazaj. No way, da to dobijo. No way, da to dobijo.
The swing out though has put this into an advantageous position. There's weaponry to be found on the other side as well, and they're even going to slow them down with that aftershock. However, this retake looking to come through relatively quick, but now these weapons aren't even that much of a disadvantage anymore. The swing from Young, he gets one, but the trade not quite there. This time, all onto Dimasic. It's an elevated angle. He's got it into this 1v1 position, trying to bait him out with that fake TP.
Tu je še sebe zasral. Kako so to rundo zgubali?
Again, in these eco rounds,
Oh.
managing to pull off miracles.
An absolutely
Tiha, Pinči.
phenomenal performance from this team. You remember there was a time when we sat back
Ne, škoda, škoda. Ja, okej, JogurtPlays, no. JogurtPlays.
Evo za McDonald's.
Hvala ti, JogurtPlays, hvala ti ful za support, četem, hvala ti. Hvala ti, vodene srčke za JogurtPlaysa. Hvala ti res. Če, insane support, sploh ne moram pač nič reči. Ker je insane. Oh, shit, model. Odgovor, Kvarku sprašuje o Spajku. Kaj pa sprašuješ? A kješ kaj bilo? Sej Spike je še vedno. Nič ni narobe, pač še vedno je ta agencija. Z njimi sodelujem še vedno, pač če kaj najde pa to, da sodelujemo, pač sodelujemo. Aj, folk, Abija, boš ti prek svojega telefona ali jaz naročim? Če danes igral Valo, ja, možno, da igramo Valo pol še, okej? Folk, by the way, bom jaz, okej, Abi. Folk, klicaj video v chat, to bom zdaj skos upozaril. Imam nov video, imam nov kanal in nov video na tem kanalu. Mor ScorpLZ kanal, klicaj video v chat, da gre do tega videa. Stisnite like na ta video, pogledajte si video, pa stisnite subscribe oziroma naročite se na ta nov kanal. Tja bom objavljal videe tudi. Na koncu mi je pa cilj, da itak vse tja objavljam, tako da, okej? Okej, Oje, čakaj, zdaj moram naročiti za jest, chat. Zdaj za jest naročimo. Evo, Tenza mi je pospemo link do mojega kanala tudi, ali pa do videa, se ne. Valorant bi mogel imeti več competitive tournamentov, oziroma sploh mogel imeti. E-Technik, Valorant ima turnirje dejansko skos. Vsak teden lahko gledaš turnirje, bolj ko ne. Kaj program uporabiš za videa? Vegas Pro. Ampak sem slišal, da je DaVinci zelo dober program, pa za ston. Glej, Jogurt, kar še 10 evrov, no? JogurtPlays, hvala ti še za 10 evrov, hvala. Dajte srčko v chat za jogurta, prosim.
V soboto na pijacko, hahaha.
Ej, zdaj tako. Za soboto sem ful zaseden že. V bistvu, tam bomo, ne, svoje slejca Tršan, pol pride Jure tja, Pinči, mislim, da Ajnur tudi tja pride, smo se zmenili, da gremo nekam jest. Pa še Tršan je rekel, da pol bi prišel še zran Hmen domov, pa Zabi, tako da ne moram nič nočem obljubljati, ker že zdaj je polhan planov. Lega, Pinči. Ja, sej Pinči pol proti koncu, ja. Tako da... Oje, zdaj ne itak večkam pauzice, pa grem jaz naročit. Tenza, čita, kje jem sama knakce. Čakaj, kje imam zdaj jaz tole? Pač, insane, hvala vam res za support, pač, insane ste, insane. Tukaj imam. Lega Tenza, no. Če hodam v gym, ne, nač, čakam, da zgradijo en fitness tukaj, zraven mene. Nad tušom bo umengšo baje. Okej. Abi, kaj hočeš? Kaj želiš, Abi? A lahko dvakrat perutničke pa top krompirček pa Cola Zero, prosim. A te hruslave perutničke dvakrat, Abi? A to hočeš? Da FB tako, ne hvati se sam. Moraš reči, prosim. Okej. Top krompirček. Kva ne pa jaz? Poje ne bom spet burgerja vzel, poje bom... Čeprav ful mi sede, burger pa 9 na akcijo je tudi god, drugač. Lahko ne vem, kva je razlika med temi, Kaj jaz imam itak noter nič, prazno. Da vidimo, čakaj. Dajmo tole najprej. Ne, po mojem bom, dejansko, ne bom oboje. Bom bil priden. A bo dosti 9 na akcijo, jih 20 vzamem. Ful sem lačen, vem, da bi lahko pojedel sam. Ne gledam zaradi denarja, ampak gledam zaradi tako. Dajmo 20, dajmo. Dajmo 20, v redu je. Abi, spomni me, da ti vzamem še Coca-Cola Zero. Ok, add. Pa tebi moram dati, ok, še tebi dam. Še Coca-Cola Zero. Medium, large ali kaj, Abi? A? Abi? Kašno? 100 na akcijo, najboljš. Kaj 40? Ne, najboljš, da imam več kot 20 na akcijo model. Kaj je razlika med sugar free pa Zero? Sej Zero je sugar free. Pač JogurtPlays, what? Pač hvala ti, ful ti hvala JogurtPlays še za 5. Oj. Pač insane support, pač ne vem kaj rečem, živi Cvenkolino. Pač itak se sploh ne moram več kaj zahvaliti, ker... Kaj ne človek reče? Okej. Recommendations, cheeseburger. Ajde. Bomo cheeseburger vzeli, ajde. Če so mi dali jih pod recommendation. Brez kečapa, brez čebule, brez kumrce, brez gorčice. Evo, sam sir pa maso. 2,30 €, vse to ima jih no, to je v redu. To je v redu. S kero kartico to plačam? A je to ta moja, ta stara? Po moje. Okej. Evo, Abi. Zdaj čakam, da potrdijo, sej bojo verjetan. Oj, chat, Jan bi naredil god clutch drugač prejšnjo igro, ampak žal so pol nek čuden semi-buy, port semi-buy izgubali. Še €1. Ti si 10 minut stran od mene, doma pa imaš volta. Na tag, jaz pa ne. Skaj pa si ti, JogurtPlays? Skaj pa si ti? Da še ga pride tak skam, če vse je cukor noter, sam verjetno kakšen gram manj. Ne, Kristjan, ne deluje to tako. Zero sugar ima noter umetno sladilo, ja? In kaj to pomeni? To pomeni, da ta umetno sladilo ima nič kalorij. To ni noben na tag. Pač še vedno je sladilo, še vedno je sladek, ampak nima kalorij. In zaradi tega ti, če boš pil zero pijačo, se ne boš od tega zredil. To je fora zero pijač. Ne zrediš se, ker če ni kalorij, se ne zrediš. Simple. Pač to ne pomeni, da je isto zdrav kot voda. Ne. Ampak zredil se ne boš zaradi tega. To je ta razlika. In zaradi tega se ful splača. Pač, če imate radi sokove, pa to vedno probite najdati zero, ker je res veliko boljš za vas. Od tega se ne boste zredili in to je to. To je zelo pomemben. Jaz mislim, da boš ti malo prepozno začel ta sabaton. Rojks, če nisem sploh vedel, da bo pač... Pač dejansko. Pač rekel sem, da bo takrat in kar vsi pola, veš. A jutr se to začne, sam res, ja. Moram pol, da dam za thumbnail, pa tako, da bo folk vedel. Aspartan ni strupen. Kjerkoli ste to slišali, ni res. Chat, če bi bilo karkoli strupen, tega ne bi smeli prodajati. Pač, ne vem, kako to ne zastopite. Jaz pijem Coca-Cola Zero vsak dan, pa sem še zmer živ. Nič ni strupen.
Hvala za donacijo.
Ker ima, pač gode imajo te. Gode im pač, mislim, vse je logično. Zag pri cerkah, to je zraven komende. Ja, pa vas zato, veš, verjetno, zato, ker v Domžalah je McDonald's in In iz Domžal do tebe je veliko večja razdalja kot do mene, a ne? A veš, še enkrat več.
being picked, coming into a map, and it being Ryan a realistic and good pick.
Yeah, it's got a lot of weight to it overall. A lot of teams
Kjer je tako najjači agent v Valotu?
have moved away from having a duelist ultimate, free initiators and just have that chamber be that operating role.
Tudi škodljivni. Chat, ne vem, kaj vi slišite, da so umetna sledila škodljiva. Ni mi jasen. Res mi ni jasen, ampak... Lej, če te baral Facebook poste, boste o tem tako mislili. Malo pogledajte researche, ki so bili narejeni. Treba je pogledati, treba je brati researche, chat. Ne Facebook stvari, ki ena gor piše, ki pojma nima v pijačah. Ampak ne bom več o tem, ker se mi ne da več. Šola jih pumpa z... Pa to nima nobene veze z šolo, kuno. Sorry, Octavian. Pač ni dober zate, ne boš je cukr, to meni ta stari govorijo. Ja, sam ni res. Kako je... Razloži mi, kako je... Sam že to. Razloži mi, kako je lahko cukr boljši, kakor umetno sledilo, če od cukra se zrediš, od umetnega sledila pa ne. Kaj je logika? A veš? Tenza je tle copy-pastu. Je napisal sugar free according to the FDA means that one serving of food has less than a half of gram of added or naturally occurring sugar. It could be fructose or fruit or lactose in milk. Zero sugar means that when you're processing or packaging that food, there's no added sugar and no ingredient with added sugar is added to that food. Tako. Cukr je naraven, ne? Ja, in kama to veze, če je naraven? Živa Veksi. Ma ni... Svektor, pač dvomam, no. Jaz, lej, zato za prebavo ne bom nič rekel, no, ampak, ker nisem gledal research za to, ampak vem, da ni škodljiv. To, kar so folk pravili, to je bilo že... Ta mit je bil že debunkan, se pravi, da so že povedali, da to ni res, ker je folk govoril, da je strupen in ta umeten sledil, ampak ni. Vem. Umetno je not good, naravno je good. Ja, ni vedno tako. Ni vedno tako. Veš, kjer cukor je dober? Takega ti iz sadja dobiš. Kaj ješ sadje, to je v redu. Prav cukor ni v redu. Najed manj dosti moderatorjev. Živo pufko. V redu, no, pol so pa sledila boljša. Pač fora zero pijač je zato, da je boljš zate. Pač, simple. 0 kalorij se ne razdriš, simple. Oboje drugačni pametno, mislim, pametno. Če boš ti pil, tako piješ Coca-Colo ali pa sok. Pač vzam zero in boš na boljšem, to je to. Ne pomeni pa, da je to boljš kot voda, voda je še vedno najbolj zdrava. A veš? Že eno ne. Ne, pijem vodo z okusom, sej to je tudi cukr not. Voda z okusom. Ampak tako, če hočete piti sok pa te stvari, pač vzamete zero, ne, boljše za vas. Sam to hočem povedati. Živo eno ne, pozdravim. Ne, sej, če vam ni dober, valjda ne piti, ampak pač tako. Jaz ne bom rekel, upejte to pa to piti. Ne, pač, to ne govorim. Ampak pač hočem povajati folku, kaj je boljš za vas, no, da pijete. Idem ga pol na vas. Zdaj govoriš, jaz pa že cel življenje pijem navajo Coca-Cola, pa se redim, ka svina, ker staje prav, da je zero isti drag. Pač mislim, pač ponad, mislim, tako bom rekel, pijače so najslabše kalorije, ki jih lahko dobiš od pijače. Jogurt, kar še 5 evrov, najjači si. Ma ti si najjači jogurt, what do you mean? Hvala ti, legenda, še za 5 evrov, pač.
Najjaci si.
Hvala ti, hvala. Hvala. Kaj gledamo? Team Liquid proti Leviatanu, zdaj je 1-0 za Leviatan. Ja, bi. Ampak ja, pač od pijača, veš kaj je fora? Ti če spiješ 1,5 litrčko Coca-Cola, ki ni zero, dobiš tako 250-300 kalorij od tega. To je v bistvu en obrok oziroma ena malca je to, ne? A veš, predstavljaj si, da bi ti lahko namesto tega eno malce pa se naješ. Ker, pač, JogurtPlays, pa kaj s tabo? Pač, what? Hvala ti še za 5 evrov, pač, halo? Hvala ti.
Njeti si.
Hvala ti, ful ti hvala. Ne ti, ne ti. Ne, Luki, ni slab. To je bilo že odkrit, da ni slab in to je to, tle ostanem in to je to. Zakaj pauza? Zato, ker je konc prve mape. Jaz grem sam na VCT. Ker je konc ene mape je vmes pauza, ker gremo zdaj v drugo mapo. Ne, ti JogurtPlays. Upam, da bo jutro dobro malce v šoli. Jaz tudi upam zvoj, grem jaz hitro scat.
Yeah, exactly. Let's take a look at your VODs, figure out how you play on this map right here, Ascent. We're about to kick it off with the pistol round. Leviatan already a map to the good, and they're now looking to take that to a second. And you know, Tom, right away, I think we've got to pause. So there we go.
It's just a very long second.
Yeah. Time goes by so slowly.
You know, when you count, you're like, one, still one. Yeah. No, I guess we meant some sort of technical error. But it happens every once in a while. It's weird because Pampok, they're not even on today, and somehow they're still cursing the show.
They did come to the building.
They did actually, that's true.
That could be it. Can we get them escorted off the premises? Is that a possibility?
The second they
step... security's on it.
Kans is currently stepping into the building and out of the building, and it does a tech pause.
The second goes off, back on, off, back on. Well, yeah, obviously, you guys, this is something that's actually kind of interesting. When you pause it like that right at the second, for us, I don't know if it's just Observer, but like the barriers do disappear, but they're still physically there. You can't go past them, but it looks like they're not. It always catches me off guard where I'm like, wait, did we just tech pause? Are we going to have to match medic and so on? But no, once they're sorted out, they'll be just clicking a button right back into the game. And, you know, for Team Liquid, let's start there. Defensive side, Tom, where are our expectations going for this team?
Well, that's the thing. The one real danger with this Phoenix composition is the defensive side.
Ne, ni to finale, ko mi se je začel, pač to je še vse, ko ne sploh rečem, pač prva runda, no, ali kakorkoli. Pogreš, da si emoji, Roko, a? Pač prvi dan je to, playoffs, I guess, ja. Prva runda playoffsov. Če si kaj velikega zamudil, če misliš za tukaj, pač 1-0 je za Leviatan, Jampi je naredil god klač, ampak pol na koncu zgubil naslednjo rundo, žal. Od donacij pa Jogurtu se je odpeljal po Rokotu. Naj spijem vodo pa Alkota na vesicah, da ga zingamo. Kaj ti sploh zira pomaga, če si itak toliko drugega naročil? Še vedno, to nima veze. Tako, fore je, da jaz sem naročil recimo McDonald's zdaj, kar definitivno ni zdrava, ne? Ampak fore je, da pijača ti da največ kalorij, pa ne naješ se od tega. To je fora. Recimo, to, kar sem jaz naročil, bom recimo dobil, ima recimo ene 800 do 1000 kalorij. 1000 kalorij bom imel, po mojem, zato sem še burger naročil. 1000 kalorij. Če bi jaz še naročil navadno Coca-Cola, bi bilo to 1300-1400 kalorij. Tako je pa 1000. In teh 400 kalorij je zelo velik. 400 kalorij je 1 uro treninga. A veš, to se pozna, definitivno se pozna. Na tem, kaj isto bom pil zero, pa ne bom rabil na tega 1 ura, veš kaj mislim. Ampak ja, zato pa vedno pravi, najslabše kalorije, ki jih lahko dobiš, so kalorije od pijače. A veš, veliko boljše, da ti piješ zero pijače ali pa sam vodo, pa si kdaj, pa si tako, zdaj mi kebab sede, pa boš kebab pojedel. Če boš ti pil druge stvari, si ne boš mogel prvošati, ne vem, kakšen kebab pa to. Tako, kje rank si ti? 7/1 sem. Če res pa Amba prišla nazaj, v late game areni je, ja. 7/1 sem. A res ten zamisliš? Pa ni treba na prehrano gledati, sam na hard trenirati. Ne, Jani, drugač, prehrana je veliko bolj pomembna kot trening. Veliko bolj pomembna prehrana kot trening. Ti boš skušal samo tako da boš več kalorij porabil, kot jih zaužil. A če boš ti jedel kot prasac, pa treniral 4 ure na dan, še vedno ne boš skušal. Bo boljš, kot če ne boš treniral. Najboljše je 1 ura treninga na dan, pa paziš prehrano in to je to, top. Še 1 uro na dan ne rabiš, pol urce je že dost. Vem, Vips, vem. Idek, da si ti je, Roko, what do you mean? Hey, Abby, could you bring the small folk and ScorpLZ downstairs when he comes? Da, konc pauze. Ja, tehnično pauzo imajo. Mislim, da je nekaj narobe z enim računalnikom ali pa nekaj. Zato traja. Rebeki, na TikToku ti vse pove, da prehrana pomembna, če na hard treniraš prav uno na hard. Ti si nekaj rekel, da pove, da je prehrana pomembna. Ajnur, zato je toliko folka. Ne, Tenza, brez tega Tenza, brez hejta, prosim. Pač, ti boš skušal samo tako, da boš več kalorij porabil, koliko jih zaužijaš. Recimo, ti samo da obstajaš, porabiš neko število kalorija, ne? Aja, tako si mislil Tenza, okej. Recimo, jaz mislim, da 1500 kalorij, če noč na telovadam, lahko zaužijam 1500 kalorij, pa sem neista, ne bom se zredil, ne bom skušal. A ne? Ali imam 102 000, se ne vem. Mislim, da imam 102 000 kalorij. Če pa treniram, pa lahko zaužijam 2500 kalorij, pa še en trening naredim, ki je 1 urco, pa sem na istem. Tako da, a veš. Ja, prehrana je vedno najbolj pomembna. Brez prehrane ne boš nič naredil. Trening je dober, da ti mišično maso dobiš pa to, pa tudi da kalorije pokuraš. Ampak ne boš pa, če boš ostal prehrano, ti ne bo pomagal. Ti bi ga žge po 10 ur treninga na dan. Dobro, če treniraš 10 ur, tudi če treniraš, jaz kad sem treniral 2krat po 2 uri na dan, kaj 4 ure basketa, kaj skos laufaš, to valjda to pokuraš po 2 ure kalorija, ne, to lahko basically skoraj da ne moraš več pojesti, ampak jaz kad sem treniral 2krat na dan, sem tudi avtomatsko mogel ful več pojesti. Jaz sem pred treningom pojedel 2 jabolka, 2 hruški, 2 banani, pa še nekaj sem imel. To sem jaz pred treningom, sam pred treningom pojedel takrat. Pol, ko sem prišel dan, jaz sem to pojedel makarone, ena oseba poje, imaš recimo 500 gramov. A je ne, koliko je gramov una vrečka, Abi, ko ima makarone, ki si narediva? Koliko gramov ima? Ne govorimo v bistvu bolj kot pa v kato. Luki, pač ti še itak rastaš. Ko si mlad, ni toliko pomemben, no? Pri nekaterih. Pa je nič. Evo, končno se je začel, evo. Okej. Tole zdaj, Bran. Evo ga, Phoenixa imajo chat. Pa Astro. Jampi je zdaj malo falil. Oni še niso dobili nobenega pistol rounda. Dejansko gre proti Aju. Škoda. Mogel bi dobiti kakšnega. Jani, okej, če res on trenira 5 ur na dan, ne? Pol načeloma, ampak meni verjem, da še vedno kaj gleda tako. Meni verjem, da on ne gre v McDonald's pa poje za 5 ur kalorij. Ampak ne, tako bom rekel. Če 5 ur trenira, verjam, da basic ne rab merkat razen, če res ne vem kva hoče vse jesti, ne? Ampak, povej mi, zakaj bi ti treniral 5 ur, če ti lahko v 1 uri na dan isto dosežeš, če merkaš prehrano. Pa z jih veliko proteinov poje. Niso sploh še dobili nobenega pistol rounda.
The youngster, I think still just 17 years of age, having a huge start to this game.
Oh yeah, you know we mentioned.
Ne znam, sad se če tog turnira, veš, je tudi malo drugače, ne, ampak vsem. Ampak nima smisla to, ti lahko v eni uri na dan dosežeš, grem stav, da isto fiziko, no, zdaj tudi lahko, da ima zelo dobro genetiko, ne vem kako zgleda, ampak grem stav, da ti z eno uro na dan lahko dosežeš pa zelo dobro prehrano. To zdaj folk ful prav, ko gledaš, ful se govori o temu, da lahko bolj pametno treniraš, da ne rabiš trenirati, ko budala na en kokur. Pač, če ti sedi biti 5 ur v fitnessu, super, ne? Vse to ni nič narobe. Ampak dosti folka nima cajta 5 ur. O, škoda. Kom nov YouTube, more ScorpLZ, klicaj video, da je v chat pati ScorpLZ bot da link do mojega novega YouTube videa, pa imaš pa itak na tem kanalu.
They have had fantastic starts to every single half so far. Very patient in this one though, and then you can actually just watch Liquid, they're just rotating as a group.
Pa če sem tudi zdaj, jaz nič nisem treniral zdaj, če priznam, 2 tedne nisem nič treniral, pa sem skušal 2 kili. Pa sem jedel McDonald's pa pice pa to. Zato, ker dejansko jem po eno obrok na dan, ker nisem lačen.
A situation like this where, look at Scream's buy, right? The fact that he's got shields and a sheriff, he could easily have left the shields, bought flashes, right? Had that ability to, especially grouped up as a team, pop the flash, initiate off of it. Other side, you know, Nivera maybe could have had flashes, something like that. There were a ton of opportunities here to go into utility, and normally that's something that I would critique.
Chat! Slabo kaže tim Liquidu, se mi zdi. Ne morajo pistol rounda dobiti nobenega, ker je zelo pomemben. Savs, kako je bilo včeraj? Sanjal sem vas. Imagine, da tole retake, ma ne, ni šans, ni šans. Ni šans. Lep one-way smoke za lane, da noben ne pika lane. Sam to pomeni, da ti tudi pol ne pušaš lane, ne, tako da. Scream one tap. Imagine. Oh moj bog! What? Aja, oni sploh nimajo cajta za defuse. Ok, vsaj vsi so jim umrli, kar je dober. Nimajo zdaj za bonus. Aja, ja, bi pogledam, ja. Abi, 11 minut, 11 minut. 8 minut, sorry.
And he ends up on 12 HP after that first fight. He does indeed survive because of them, and we've seen it so many times here. Like, if he's just had that little extra...
To je bila dobra runda za Team Liquid. Kljub temu, da niso dovolj runde, so jim veliko bil. Tako da so oni dosti mogli tudi zapraviti zdajle. Oziroma nimajo dobrega baja na splošno.
Like, if they can even just make this one a bit more costly, that would be huge. Do exactly the same as what Liquid did, and then still go for the full buy in the next.
Prowler's cleared out wine. They know there's no one pushed up on it.
Zakaj King Valoranta Scream zgubila? Ja... Prejšnjo igro bi dejansko zmagal, če bi kakšen pistol round dobil, ampak zaenkrat so zgubili 3 pistol rounde. Zelo težko je zmagati, če ne moraš nobenega pistol rounda dobiti. Line up.
That's going to be the tougher thing, that even if you do throw this in, you're going to have to try and push through everything on the other side, which is really not going to be easy, being slowed down. And in fact, again, it looks like
že rotira, ja.
Something that Leviatan have been fantastic at is just rotating all the way back and trying to find a new...
Oni še niso zgubili na Ascentu, okej. Dobro, sam to še zmerno pomeni, da bo zdaj kar zmaga. Tako je že double kill. Colka je slep position. Okej, tako je 2-1 tapnul. Že sam ste tu, če ne zmaga, je naredil veliko škodo jim. Dva vepna so zgubili zdaj. 3 vepne. What? Kako? Kaj dela Team Liquid? Moj drugi YouTube kanal je more ScorpLZ. Klicaj video v chat, pa ti bo skoraj podal link do tega kanala. Oziroma do novega videa na temu kanalu, pa lahko.
Tackle Lear is going to
What?
pull this one off. We spoke about the fact that this wasn't even investment. This was some stingers, a spectre, and basically just the...
Evo, ampak je caj mora ScorpLZ za vse skupaj. Evo, skoraj boti je dal link v chat. Pa ne pozabite se naročiti na ta kanal. Tam bojo videi. Pa je že en video. A to jih ti, Roko, daješ? Kako ti lahko to drugače dodajaš, mi ni jasno, ker sem gledal nobene role, nimaš, sploh mi ni jasno. Strix, oni full zgubljajo, ne vem kako Team Liquid toliko zgublja. Ne bi smel to v life-u zgubiti. Je že 621 sabov? Nice, nice. Ko je pa ogledal na video? Dobro večer, Juško. A bi na polju je zdaj, ne? Because they have to be aggressive, because they have to hunt for information, while their opponents can almost just sit 707. Več ogledal imamo kakor sabo, GG. Kako je bilo kino kripto? A, okej, Roko, okej. Hvala ti drugačno. Lega tega, zupi. Pa ful jim s tabo gre danes vidim, ne moram verjeti kaj izgubljajo. Ja, ampak le, itak je tako, takole je, ne, takole so grupe, pa dva izpadata, tako da, ni še nujno, da izpadajo, ne. Ker dva greta naprej, to pomeni, da pač pol morajo zmagati obe dve, ne. Proti Edwardu pa Paper Rexom morajo zmagati. Pač tudi odvisen je, kako bo Leviatan proti drugim igral, ne. Veš, čisto odvisen. Misliš, Tenza?
But after that previous round, there is no doubt the wind is in Leviatan's sails. Attack side, looking to start out.
Pač Edward je, ali teh klasov morajo zihar zmagati.
Catch any sort of aggression out of Team Liquid in a round like this.
Pa Leviatan, če izgubi proti PRX-u, oni zmaga proti PRX-u, igra pa lahko naprej.
Smoke going to be going down. Tell there's going to be an attempt to try and retrieve it, something to at least play within the round. As said, next round Tour de Force is going to be online for Yumpy, so it's not really that much of a problem. He was taking a risk to try.
Je v CS-ju Liquid full zmagoval. Pa niso spet toliko v CS-ju. Vem, da so imeli vmes, kaj je bil simple, ampak niso pa zmagali nikoli. Vem, da takrat, ko so full chokali, se spomnim. Roko, tiste ikonce so čist drugač. Tiste ikonce so glede na tir na Discordu, niso toliko dolgo, ko si member. Prosim. Aha, ja, pridem. A, bi tukaj je, daj pa nes, prosim.
Now, I wonder here, we've got flashes, we've got pistols, Solkas has recovered a rifle, there's an opportunity for some serious damage to come through. It was ambitious. I think that was through two walls.
Yeah, I appreciate the attempt, but
if he had Odin, who knows? Who knows?
Yeah, you might have hit him for 700. Again, maybe just trying to catch them on their way out of this site. Build up some of your own ultimates along the way, run it back not far away. Navira as well could be along for that no command. The fact is, though, the same can be said for the other side. Smoke's delaying them at least a little bit. Molotov through, but you can see they're exiting a little bit earlier this time. Not wanting to get caught. Oh, it's not pretty from either side, and eventually we will see at least one kill going in that direction. Solkas still with that rifle now. May just want to hold on to it, and after getting a kill, yeah, no surprise, he will eventually fall back.
Well, you know, Scream is about to have the running back. Didn't end up with a kill or a death to a player, so he's not going to get the orb out of that spike explosion.
Dimasic didn't die. Like, the thing is, for Scream, obviously he dies because he wants to make sure he has the extra credits for the next round. Yeah. Dimasic, I think, failed to do that and was like, I can just run in and get a gun. And he didn't run in and get a gun, so now he's playing with a Bulldog and low shields. That has gone very badly for Liquid, even though the only attempt there was to do damage, they've ended up hurting themselves.
Yeah, that's not ideal. And they've done damage in a round where there's a Tour de Force on. So Leviatan don't even have to buy up an extra rifle. That said, Lucky to still have the full team. Scream now has the ult. But no chance to use a good trade by Solkas, keeping the numbers in Team Liquid's favor. And Leviatan now going to look to that showstopper to find some value. Second shot ringing out. No victim found.
Take flight. Dimasic going to have to try and fall back off the angle. delay them once again with the smoke, but after he's been spotted by the drone, they're actually just going to push past it. Swinging back in though, Navira. It is just traded once again. Also got a Prowler to spot out Taco, and with that tour de force, just wanting to fall back, but he goes straight into the hands of Yumpy, who's re-aggressed in towards B. Now it's left on to Melsa. He's been fantastic throughout this series so far. A little bit of a slower start, but with your teammates picking up all the kills, I don't think it matters so much. Can he drop some of these guns, or can he even steal it away?
Yeah, 4-0. He could team kill 2 people, I wouldn't care. Still winning the game. But for now, doesn't look like they'll be winning out this round. That spike retrievable. But now it's... Oh, it was being held. Yumpy switching between the angles. He might be able to catch timing and slip away. I think he saw him. Yes, he definitely did. And look at the players moving on short. Everything now changes for Liquid. They start to converge on A. The door closing. But it's about to be broken wide open. And Melser, okay, he's at least going to get the plant out.
Yeah, just trying to hold them back. Actually lands the instant headshot. Plant not going through, but it doesn't really matter so much. There will still be credits available on their side to actually come in with a purchase for this round, but realistically, still a little bit too close for comfort. I am liking the fact that we are starting to see some of these more aggressive plays, though. Even though it is only that one and done, it's the surprise factor of this composition. And I also want to note the fact that for Liquid, this should be the harder half. Even though you kind of expect Yumpy to do a little bit better in Chamber on this side of the map, I actually think he can still really perform on the attack.
I'm 100% with you. I mean, we saw it even towards the end of the previous map. When we were at the attacking half, things started to warm up. It took a little while. Team Liquid, again, taking a while to warm up. They found their first round. Now, the question is whether they can follow up. Remember, Scream has got the run it back. Yumpy has got the op, and they are in a stalemate right now.
Abi gremo iz sobe in je bil en velik pajk in se je začel premikati in ona je vsa panča se začela dreti, kot da bo konc sveta. In ja. Okay. Kaj sem zamudil, chat? Ok, eno rundo so dubal. A so gun round dubal pol naslednji?
And Yumpy now goes down off the swing. That kill might actually pull them back in that direction.
You can see there's certainly some thought there on Leviatan, and KO starting to move south of B. Rotates coming through, and the A site seems to be the new target. The thing is, no one's told
A si vesel, valjda da sem. Bleiburgkid. Se strinjam. Se strinjam.
Your A or your B side and leaving that open. The round's already lost the majority of the time. Oh dear, that is some
Timčik, hvala ti za poznam ScorpGang.
Even still, though, I don't know if there's going to be so much they can do to actually stop this from coming through. All the utility that's been placed down is actually going to be set from afar. So even if they were to use the null command on the other side...
Naročil sem en cheeseburger, pa 20 snacksov bomo free.
There is still a null command on that defender side, which they can try and use as a retake.
Just disappeared. The ult pop by Scream. It's smart. He's in the corner, and that gives him the angle to jump them. Down comes Navera to help out, and okay, he's being dropped. Verso's having a life round, but Scream taking it across the line. You could probably get your buddy first.
Nobenih omakic nimam.
Not even your buddy. It's your brother.
It's your brother. Yeah. Just leave him there. Bro.
Hvala, chat, hvala.
What's the time? He's like,
There you go, the defuse to be finished off, and Navera went searching for a gun. I believe that's the operator towards B. I don't believe he's gonna... Oh, he got there. He just about got it. Wow. He's got some calf muscles.
Koliko je bilo? 25 evrov mislim da. Vse skakaj sem še abi naročil.
It does give him just that little bit of extra confidence to swing back out. But even still, that came down to a 1v1. Like, Navera is on the ground, so a little bit too close for comfort even still. But this is again where I don't even know if I want to bring it up.
Skoro imamo jutar 7 ur. Moje so žalje za vse, ki morate jutar biti v šoli. Moje so žalje. Sočustvujem z vami. Ne ga, Roko.
And normally there's a rifle or two mixed in there. There's something to help out.
Headhunter.
Oh, sorry, yes, the rifle of the Headhunter. They've got one. But that said, Taco has been absolutely on fire.
Aja, Leviatan je že 3 take runde zmagal s slabim bajam. Tako da vidimo, če bo tudi zdaj.
Yumpy's gonna catch him at least. He won't be left completely unchecked.
Stop Navera. Demasic's been tagged up as well by the Hunter's Fury. He's now stuck in the mud, but luckily Yumpy's hitting some shots. These positions currently from the side of Leviatan make no sense.
Gledaj što se, okej.
No idea.
Gledaj ga Minty.
This battle is everything. If he goes down, it could be a problem, but he's going to use the Prowler to get out of there.
Kako oni slabo igrajo? Team Liquid slabo igra.
But now it's down to just Shy. He does have his Nightfall, and he has retrieved a rifle as well.
Sem videl šikano.
Too easy. He should know roughly
Oziroma
where
vem.
Yumpy's going to be, and it's just trying to get the information of where the other man may sit, but Yumpy is going to close it out. That was four stingers, and it was pretty close.
They needed Yumpy to get a 4K to bail them out of that round. That is not a good look. That is
Tole je ful slabo.
No. You know as well.
Ne gre neki dober Liquidu.
People are just like, I'm going to buy this stinger.
Lothar says, even without the binds, guys, just need to get
Če
the
ima
timing right. It's
tole
massive
drugačen
opportunity.
roster, to pa ne vem, veš, to pa ne vem.
Anything. It's just a weapon. Still Shy 10 and 5. Let's get this. I said, you know, as this half goes on, we'll see him kind of cool down with the
A bi prav, da je osnovna šola zabavna. Ne, kaj enkrat greš ven iz osnovne šole, vidiš, da je osnovna šola dejansko full chill.
Tell you what.
Pa Scream dela, what?
He's taking down Scream right away. Put Team Liquid at a massive disadvantage that they recover on immediately.
O moj bog.
And lose immediately after.
And Avera caught out, and this leaves quite a bit of space over on this A site. Yumpy aggressively peeking, maybe not even realizing, but the Nightfall's not going to connect.
Ne, srednje pa nič ne pogrešam.
Back out first, goes his way eventually. His position is given up, but they have to clear him. Otherwise, they're going to have to rotate in a different direction. The Nightfall now doesn't catch Shy. It seems to just dodge the players on the other side. But it seems like they've realized, they've noticed that it could be going in the other direction. And this time, it goes.
Dejansko so comebackali tole rundo, sem mislil, da jo zgubali.
1v2.
Kjer že prvi letank, kjer je šola pa?
Slowed as well, so now they know that he's heading into B.
Jutri mogoče nič, ko nas srečaš na šoli.
Just defy logic. Incredible individual performances. Another needed by Melser. Plant down already.
Ok, kotnik, ok.
Stars on their way, but he's cut two, peeking them together, and it's just not possible. Team Liquid will even things up, and it's not going to be the same slippery slope we'd seen before.
They both go running for the op.
Yep.
Right, I'm gonna get the op. You defuse.
Wow,
You
Wojci.
defuse.
Ok.
There's no C9 here. This is
Koliko vas gre v srednjo šolo prvič,
timing
jutar?
up and the defensive side looking a little bit better. Leviatan, though, there's these moments, there's these flashes in the pan that so far we're not seeing consistently connected, but it feels like a matter of time. The amount of times they're able to like thread the needle and make these
Ok, Nick, chill.
aggressive plays is outlandish.
Roko, vrba, takač. Mlekica, Ožbej, Ančika, Brumc.
I do think
Dej Sticks na seriji. Tid, Dajcon, Svezi, veliko, ja, kar, najbolj grete kar vsi v prvo letanki jutar. What?
They're like, oh, one guy's pushing, and then they kill someone who doesn't have a trail behind them.
Vse ne čem verjel. Kje si bil mil?
Wasn't him, so there's another one. Nice and easy.
Tiho, Minty.
Alright, well, we got stingers again, so I'm nervous.
Great.
I
Bom
never
grel
thought
drug
that would be
letek.
something I'd say.
Leviatan
Okay,
taking
okay.
them down. Just get ahead of them.
Bože, ti greš komi v drug letank.
Scream's just been mullered, absolutely destroyed by the stingers. It hasn't gone well for him whatsoever, and young people, you don't want to be fighting with an operator versus stinger. It's just not the greatest.
Blue Milk, včeraj si dobil. Memberja, off-stream. Pač ugotovili smo, da giftanje, kad se gifta memberja, da ne dobi samo on, ki je na streamu. Lahko tudi ten dobi, ki ga sploh ni na streamu. En, ki je sub, pa ki to gleda pa to.
By stingers, having been revealed by the drone, it was the easiest kill. Didn't have a teammate there to help him
Že,
out.
ne.
And somehow, Tom, and I don't know how, I wish I did, but somehow, we're again looking at Team Liquid needing this retake. It's a 1v2. As we come down to Demasik falling, I somehow expected this. We've come to know that if Leviatan buy rifles, it's anyone's game, but hell, put some stingers in their hands, you might as well forfeit. That is
Pač chat,
ridiculous.
Just to get ahead.
spet se zgubal proti Stingerjem, kaj je to?
Enough chamber, and then you have to wait a few months. And can we just start nerfing the stinger now, so that I don't have to watch it for 6 months? Because I really don't want to. And trust owner to be the
Kje
guy.
razred ste, chat?
Bringing something special with this
Babi,
stinger meta.
zakaj to? Vsi smo bili enkrat peti razred.
And then the thing is as well, I really don't like the way.
Oreo gre v prvi letnik, pa ima do 14 zased.
Not expecting two players to be there, but it's just such an unnecessary risk when you have a huge weapon advantage. Even though we're joking
Veliko devetočkov vas je.
it's just absurd.
There's going to be an attempted push. Jumpy up in mid, wants to try and make his way
Letnik
through,
tu
but he
tebe
has
paro,
been
okej.
decimated. Oh, Team Liquid down a man. And Leviatan, they don't
Ful
make the
veliko se je
mistake
devet
all
odšel.
too often of just running it in, of full committing, because you've got the kill, so the execute's on.
Recimo, Minti.
They pull back. Use the
A tudi dosta se sredi šolcev, vse tako ga pravim polku. Meni se zdi, da največ polka me gleda srednje šolcev, pa osnovno šolcev te 8. 9. razred, se mi zdi, da vas je največ.
A fantastic knife coming through, and now Nevera's trapped up top. Good luck.
They both were. They both Scream got caught by it as well. They should have a decent idea. They're even
Teza, se veš, da greš, če si 9. razred, a nisi v 9. razredu, ti si star 14 v 9. ko greš.
so much damage.
Pa 15 boš pa.
It might just be worth holding on to some of these weapons.
14,
bringing
15.
something through into the next round because the finances.
Ja, imam tudi mlajše, pa imam tudi starejše Tenza.
Liquid and in all honesty, again, just I'm really enjoying the fact that we're seeing
Ok, shaker.
just so calm. Like it's like, okay, we got an opener. Let's slow down. Let's use the cosmic divide to get ourselves back into.
Nisi 13 v 9. kva? Če je srednja 4 leta, ti končaš srednjo, ko si 18 ali pa 19. Odvisen. Jaz sem bil 19. Zato imam junija rojsten dan.
100%. Yeah, for Leviatan right now, they are fully in control of this game. Now they've just come through in this one and had a prime gaming
14-15 si, ne 13-14.
consistently
14-15 si, zaradi tega, ko greš v srednjo si pol 15-16. Pa na to vezavo, jak si.
Pick out too many complaints about this Leviathan side, and we've seen the depth there as well. This game, look at the scoreboard, completely different to what we saw previous time around.
Glej ga, Roko! Roko je giftu enega memberstva, čat. Enega memberja pa mi je giftu. Hej, da vidimo, kdo je dubu. Hvala ti, Roko.
2 rounds left to play for in this half, and Leviatan, they want to repeat the 8-4.
Yeah, with the save that came through in the last round, Liquid is still going to have the finances to invest into this one. Going to have to throw out some utility early, though, just to deny that push into short. In all honesty, they haven't really committed to it at all. Again, a lot of
Odgledam si 13, če imaš... Ja, v bistvu, če imaš od septembra do decembra rojsten dan, ja. Da imaš res late, da si v bistvu ono late, ja.
Almost getting ready to just reclaim that ground a little bit later on, not allowing those early aggressions to do anything.
Here's the info for Nevera.
Sem videl, Žan, mislim, slišal sem, no.
Just a few seconds left on it. If I caught correctly, there you go.
V si lahko...
And he put it at A main. It's found nothing.
Ampak ne. Pač hodil sem povedati, ker si ti v 9. Si 14-15, pokaj je nov leta, ne? Se pravi, zdaj je še 2022, ko v 2024 boš ti še vedno v 9. Večina šolskega leta je v novem letu, po novem letu, a ne? In zaradi tega si 14-15. Pač oni, ker ste že imeli rojsten dan letos, bote 14 in bote bili 15, ki končate osnovno. Medtem ko ostali, ki ste zdaj še 13, ki končate osnovno, bote 14.
Coming through for Team Liquid to grant them that fifth, and while Melza, even though he's got plenty of credits in the...
Oj, čat, Liquid nekaj v redu igra zdaj.
Yeah, I mean, the spray says it all, right? There's just nothing he can do in this round. The 5th connected for Team Liquid. Now...
Že Janik spet igra? O, Jaka, ti si kar mlad pal. Koliko si to stori, Jaka? Ja, Oreo, Oreo, ti imaš verjetno pol rojsten dan pred junijem, a ne?
Like, even though it's still just sort of individual plays that he's making,
Player ne laži.
I feel like it's much more, I guess, tempered. Like, he's not just running out of smoke and trying to headshot people. Like, that's not what
Peti, koliko si star v 5. roju?
It didn't look like he was particularly comfortable as a sight anchor, whereas now it seems like he's playing around the utility much better, and even just, if you're putting him in position, he's managing to land the shot.
6, 11, 12, aha. Pozi 10 dejansko, okej. Cute. Čaj, zakaj se eni smejite? O, srč 10. Kada vi niste bili nikoli 10 stari, kva? Pa se jaz lahko vam smejim. Stari ste 18. Ne. Tudi jaz sem bil 18, tudi jaz sem bil 10.
It's been one of the least successful plays so far as to
Nice go, Matic.
into Yumpy's operator angle.
Jaka napisal 10.
Gives a little bit of
V Angliji si kulki, če si rejen septembra, decembra, ker si najstarejši. Ja, v Angliji ima dejansko drugač. Jaz bom tudi pa test player, ker si 26 star. Vse to, Pinči, vse to. V Angliji imajo drugač, chat. V Angliji ne grejo v šolo tisti, ki so isti letnik, ampak tisti, ki so isto stari v tistem šolskem letu. Sprav, v Angliji, če si ti star 14, ker ješ v nov razred, bojo vsi 14 stari. Pa vsi bojo 15 stari do konca tistega šolskega leta. Tako da tam v bistvu se začne, tam se gleda od septembra do julija, ali do kdaj imajo. Ja, od septembra do julija se tam gleda. Tam se ne gleda na letnik.
Tough time last round. This one, though, he wins out 6-6 at halftime. All things considered, a decent recovery from another slow start.
Lega, Minti. Još ne gledate Liga 0. Ej, kdo je dobil gift od Rokota, by the way?
Throw this one straight off to the analysts who are going to have their chance to break this one down. And more importantly, tell us where it's going.
A res, Roko. Čak, kdo je dobil gift od Rokota? Memberja, ki je giftu. A, David je dobil. David je dobil.
Yeah, and I think the problem with it being nearly very
To bi moglo
bad
biti pri
is
nas.
that when that recovery came, it actually
Mislim,
wasn't
drugačen,
good team
ful manj je,
recovery. It
ful
felt
manj
like
si pol
one
zmeden.
man that was stepping up to the plate
Až
time
rečeš,
and
ta
time
razred si zika tok pa tok stvar in to je to, ne?
players, they are two of the
Meni se tudi ne zdi neumno drugač. Ampak je čuden, ker mi nima odko, veš. Fati još Ren Čakr za eno legenda, Fati, kako si?
they're the ones that purchase it the most out of any league.
Aha, okej,
any
Tilan, okej.
players, any teams. Taco and Yumpy are the top-rated players, and you could just look how it's
Že
going
mi
for
ta.
Yumpy. You would think, given his current stats, that he is on the winning team.
A se mi še Snipes pospemo, hvala Snipes. Sad sam scrollu gor. Vem, Tajči.
In that particular half, because you've got the likes of Melzy, you've got King, we spoke about him before. Everyone else has stepped
Ti že
up.
ste leto že 18.
My problem is now, you go
Že
into
ali pa
the
šele.
second half, and you have to attack just
A veš, kdo je
as
Zemi, povej nam, kdo je to.
to be able to make up those rounds.
For sure, you saying that they don't need to rely on Takali is a good example of the fact that he's just one of those people that he's playing a lot of attack.
Ja, voj si, ti si vsak letnik enak star, zaradi tega, ker imaš rojsten dan čist konc junija ali pa julija, ali pa avgusta v bistvu, ja. In si celo šolsko leto enak star pol.
But then there's a bit of a gap, and there's a gap I think that Liquid could exploit and push into. Considering they have a good amount of utility themselves with the Phoenix and stuff, they do like to just sneak high contact onto sites, right? They want to find these little gaps, make Leviatan be a bit more like paranoid about where they're playing, because...
Čakaj, a nismo tebi čestitali tako avgusta, a se motam?
There's no information to work off, and Liquid can exploit that.
Well, it's a 6-6 at the half. This is going to be a very important pistol. Over to you, Tom and Mitch.
And so far, it's been Leviatan to come out in those pistols.
Gabsi, se strinjam, da je cringe, sem slišal, Gabsi, sem slišal. Ampak tudi igra nekaj, a veš, da proba dobiti folka, ne. 5 dni nazaj, okej, pa je bilo res. Se sem ti čestito, a ne? Ja, bil prvi si na stream, pa sem ti čestito, točen. Rip Tixon. Če, jaz mislim, da potem končam. Ko me je na številko 2 prijel, plus vi imate itak šolo jutar.
That's kind of what he's doing.
Wow. Taking the space. My man is down in their spawn.
Mogoče bo kaj pomagati, Enza. A bo to prvi pistol round, ki ga bojo dubal? No way. Maj se hoče čez. Oh moj bog. No way da oba ubije. Okej.
Quite last the whole round, and now Taco and Mouse are two players you can rely on for
Oh moj bog, oh moj bog.
Taco's got two.
Tako je insane, chat smo ugotovili.
Yuppie who can't get a thing done. 4 for 4 Leviatan. They just cannot lose a pistol.
They literally can't.
Čikar, vem, kdo je šmergo canzar tunga eventa, kaj je delal.
It's just ridiculous. Like, the timing there of Taco Lear was literally that he waited until he reloaded the
Pač ja, jaz mislim, da je Wolf že out, no, glede na to, da že igra Fortnite. Dvom, da bi njegov brat igral, a prej ni igral, veš kaj mislim.
And I don't know what was happening on the Liquid side. It seemed like they were almost faffing around of who was going to plant.
Eni pravijo, da ga je mogoče šmergut ven vrgu.
Just get it down. Get the
Kaka
time
šola?
ticking.
Ja, unika grete v srednjo poslovno začeli jutar.
The 1, the 2 seconds, that's not
A
the
res,
problem.
Tenza.
The problem is the 1, the 2, the 3, the 4 kills. You can't have that going down. Guys just swinging into sight, getting the headshot after
Ja, se
headshot.
zato
1
rabi.
versus 1 after 1 versus 1.
Yeah.
Can't be happening. And Team Liquid are paying the price in these pistols.
Kogo pa
And
veš,
it's
Gabsi,
early
drugače
match.
šmergut zmagal dvoboj?
4 or 5 rounds and having to climb this massive mountain to get back into the game. And it ain't easy to do. Not against
A
a
res
team like
tenza.
Leviatan, who, when you eventually do get a little bit of a ball rolling and figure it out, owner
Chat,
goes, hey,
tole je
guys,
dejansko
I got
zgubil,
2 free rounds, baby. In the back pocket.
tole je dejansko zgubil
And they're
vse,
safer rounds.
vse pistol rounde.
And the 2
Pa
safe
mislil sem, da bo prejšnja prva, ki jo je dubal.
This game would already be in their pocket.
Okay, we're going to see the early orbs, of course, going in the direction of Scream.
Notranji viri. Ok, Gapsi.
As soon as humanly possible, given that opportunity to try and take the space. The problem is, in these sort of rounds, already mentioned it.
Pa niso, Tixon, najbolj, da gre sam zaradi žulov sam od sebe ven, what? Najbolj, da se prijaš na kmetijo, pa greš zaradi žulov ven. Ma, ni šans, kaj s tabo. Pa tudi Wolf ne bi to naredil, ker Wolf je naredil dobro taktiko, da gre tja za prepoznavnost, mislim, se dosti folka gre tja, ne? Pa da nek karakter igra, zakaj bi livo to, če se je odločil tja? Sploh pa zaradi žulov, človek, ne prijaš se na kmetijo, pa zaradi žulov livaš, ni šans. A res, Rok.
Echo running around with just this ghost is causing so much trouble, and there's only 10 seconds left at Verso. I love it, my man. Absolutely love it. And he's got Shy here to help him.
Plantat ne bojo mogel.
Doesn't go their way. Surely swing on the spike planter. Okay, thank you. Thought they were gonna sneakily plant the spike and it could have went to hell, but 8-6. Leviatan, they've done their job.
Pinči, kakor vidiš, dost najstnikov gleda kmetijo. Čet, kdo od vas gleda kmetijo? Ajde, da vidim. Kdo od vas rad gleda kmetijo? Tudi prejšnja leta, da je gledal.
Weaponry that's available is not going to be fantastic for this round, but it is that pure bonus, and they've been so good at just making these rounds difficult for
no shot on Yumpy. There's no shot.
Kdo je že prej gledal, ne letos? Kdo je gledal že prej prejšnje kmetije, ne sam te zdaj?
Let's go. Show me Yumpy. Show me Yumpy. No, I want to see Yumpy.
Jaz sem po moje gledal sam prvo kmetijo, ko sem bil še v osnovni šoli ali v srednji, se ne. Okay,
that's Tom, you got away with it this time.
Pa se kar neki.
It was the light shields. I appreciate
that.
That
was it.
Shoot for the stars.
The light shields.
The light shields got him. The light shields got him. Listen, Yumpy, I've been there, man. I know it. Not your fault. You did well. Good damage done. King's 4 HP. I stand behind that buy, Tom, and I will not have Yumpy's name besmirched. For a genuine, solid strat.
You know, Team Liquid Yumpy, he has never done anything crazy when it comes
to
going into this B site.
One of the most level
Tak kmetija je ekstra cringe.
Plays by the book, I think is what they say.
Ma sej doskrat se mi zdi, da so taki šovi dost cringe, no. Zato, ka, pust se mi zdi, da včasih je folk šel na te stvari, da so dejansko denar zmagali, ne. Zdaj gre pa folk na te stvari zato, da ratajo slavni. In zaradi tega imajo pol čist drugačen karakter, probajo čim bolj izpadati, tako, veš. In zaradi tega se mi zdi, da včasih je bilo boljše to gledati, kakor zdaj. To je moje mnenje, no. Pačo pojemljam, ker nisem gledal kmetij, tako nema bo ta ena boljših, ali ne.
I'm gonna need a partition here for health and safety. This man is
Drugi let se bom jaz prijavil, ker končam srednjo, pol pa fakt bomo cel cajt 50 jurčkov, pa ni malo denar. Mislim, 50 jurčkov definitivno ni malo, ne? Samo moraš vedeti, da če greš ti tja, pa upaš, da dobiš 50 jurov kot prvo, je to zelo težko, da dobiš. Da ti dobiš 50 jurjev. Kot drugo, tebe 4 mesecev ni. Se pravi, če ti ne boš dobil teh 50 jurjev, pa da ne boš ratu influencer zaradi tega, si basically vrgel 4 mesece stran, veš kaj mislim. Ti bi lahko v teh 4 mesecih si mogoče ših najde enka uživaš v njemu, ali neki kapital si nabral, malo delo, probo kaj narediti, realno. Ne, nisem 2 meseca kmetija, kmetija je tako 3-4 mesece, kar sem takrat bral. Ko 4 mesece, če priješ do finala, mislim, da je 4 mesece. A ne dobijo 7 evrov na uro? Kdo dobi 7 evrov na uro? Kaj, to ne vem. A si tam plačan, tudi sad, da si tam, to ne vem. To pa dejansko ne vem. Se dobiš v 3 mesecih Jurija 200. Dobar, Jurija 200 za 3 mesece, to se pa tudi ne splača, realno. Jurija 200, ok, vsaj nekaj dobiš, sam Jurija 200 za 3 mesece ni velik čas. To je en mesec navadnega dela. Ti si pa tam 3-4 mesece. Ajde, Solke, sklač. Hočemo videti, če eno mapo, chat. Pa jaz imam fix, jaz bi vse med sabo skril, pa bi se pobil med sabo. Okej. O moj bog.
It will be Taco landing the shot once again. These clutches just seem to go in Leviatan's favor almost every time. And 9-7 now. They will take their lead further.
You can just feel the energy when they win around, man. There's only 5 players down there. 6.
Ja sej pa se pogajaš, ti lahko daje 5 virov, pa ne smeš več spoiler, če si že prej out. Ni šans, da daje 5 virov, zato ker si prej vam prišel, da ne spoilaš. Ne. Fora je, da ti če spoilaš, oni imajo verjetno pogodbo in če ti spoilaš, dobiš kazan. To je. 100% te oni ne plačajo, da ne spoilaš. Ni šans. Ni šans. Ja, pogodbo podpišeš, tako. Pač pogodba je, ne dajo ti 5 virov. Najbolj, da dobiš več denarja, zato ker si prej izpadel, pa da spremaš, da ne spoilaš, kogar pa da ustaneš noter. Ni logike. V bistvu ja, taj. Pa zato pa tudi nič kontenta ne objavlja. On mora počakati, da na TV-ju pokaže, da je izpadel, pa lahko prvi live naredil.
Navira, though, it's like, hey, now I have a no command. It doesn't make the most sense if that was something he goes for, but I would hope, yeah, he's just going to sell it and go for something different.
Igra že, kar sem videl, lik zaradi tega meni Kristjan da je out 100%. Ja, čekaj. Čaj, jaz mislim, da je izpadel, no, zato ker sem videl, da je igral igrce. Pa v chat mi je prišel. Pa se je po moje počelo zavedal. A bo tole prvi pistol round, ki ga bojo danes dubali? Zaenkrat so zgubali 3 pistol rounde. Tole je 4, da vidimo. Ok, trade dan, ni bad. Trade za attackerje je boljši, kot za defenderje. Kva jaz govorim, če to sploh ni pistol round, kva jaz govorim? Jaz sanjam, kad sem se pogovarjal zdaj z vami. To sploh pistol roundi, kva je z mano? To je že daleč stran, oni so že zgubili 4 pistol rounde. Lik prej sem govoril o tem. Kva jaz delam? Če, zdaj sem se preveč pogovarjal, sploh nisem spremljal. Lep one-way smoke, zelo lep. Se ne smem kompa slabo čat.
Finally, we get Team Liquid actually managing to win one of these lower buy purchases. Just a great take into the site, entry as well, but also just one ways that are being put through from Demasic, just causing issues on the way back in.
That spike's about to explode. That's going to give Team
Ja ne vem, Belugi, si ti imaš šolo jutra, nimaš? Jaz sem hodil na gimnazijo Domžale, čat. Tako je ful dober.
I am curious to see what they even decide to do here because their economy is in the dirt. I think they're going in for some pistols.
Kaj še na 2, Tenza? Kva je to na 2? A ja, vem kaj praviš. Ti hvabi. Kje si Muffin? Dajte srčka za Muffina, chat. Ulalo figurco v zadnjo od Amongasa, ki imam. Muffin mi je, ko bo srčka za Muffina v chat. Niko, ne bom pozabil, Muffin. Hvala ti. Inak imate šolo jutr. Ah, kje je Tenza? Jaz ne moram, chat, jaz na številko od večjega zanima, jaz ne moram dolg. Pol urce vsaram. Enkrat na mesec se zgodi, da lahko v 5-10 minutah, drugače ne moram.
the struggle.
Ne, res tenza.
More importantly, the thing we fear most in the world, if we're a fan of EMEA, we've got
Pač,
no pause.
dejansko vsako minuto grem vam, presežem. Skozi pol ure, uro, ko sedim gor. Bože, ne vidite skreta, ko sem konc. Se upravičujem, chat. Ne, ampak ne vem, ene težave imam, presežem. Zato ga tudi vedno, ko nekaj pojem, moram pol ponatiti na WC. A šlo eno leto frame med letniki. V srednji noben si ne vzame en let frej. Ponavadi vzamejo po srednji frej, ne v srednji. V srednji si ne jemat frej, ker se boš samo dva do šole. Mega player. Školka v dreku.
Go explosive. He's actually taken off a lot of space. Look at King. He's going all the way down.
Oh
Demasic
my
caught
God.
jumping. Now Yumpy turns around, realizing that that space has been given up, and he goes
Oni
down
bojo
as
zdaj
well.
spet eko
Nelson,
zmagali,
he's
to.
not even
Pa
been
to ne
spotted. He's
more.
stuck in the corner.
Pa kvaj to, kva delajo oni?
They might be able to do at least
Kako
a little bit
Liquid
more in this
zgubla,
round.
chat, Liquid zgubla proti Ekotom pa Forceom. Oj, se še niso zgubali, ampak Šaj ima sniper, maybe kaj naredi.
Really wanting to take this one across the line, but now Leviatan are doubling down. They've got so much more to play with an operator.
Vse je ultu, to je full dober, vse je ultu. Ugotovo je, da so vsi tam. Nice.
Just the one spotted, and now they know where Solkis is. Okay, 70 HP, and he
O moj
almost
bog,
goes down. The
ko mi se je rešil. Oh,
Oh, fuck.
fuck.
He's down below. Almost getting shocked.
Vsi so gor, vsi so gor.
There's just nowhere safe bullets coming
Oh!
from up top, but Nevera
Sniper je dubo, to je zelo pomembno. Nice.
And Solkis cleans him up. One man left with an op. Shy, too much to
Nice,
do.
nice,
Nevera
okej.
gets
Sem mislil, da
that
bojo
knife
že
on the
zgubili
board.
tole rundo.
What a phenomenal clutch from this duo.
Yeah, the crossfire was fantastic. It was just
Kaj je Tršan rekel, kje je Abi? A na... Kaj pa je objavil?
Double operator is never going to be easy in general, but it's more so again just what they're able to do in these early rounds. I love the fact that we're seeing this space pressured and also in this sort of duo of aggression. Mel's are almost managing to do so much more as well. A little bit unlucky.
Kje si Jaka?
He shoots the player behind Nevera who would have just been able to be rezzed, but even still, that clutch I think is going to pump up. Well, you can see pump up the players on the Liquid side.
Aj na streamu kaj je rekel?
There is now a buy coming on the other side, Mitch.
That there is. Still,
Se ne vem, kaj je bilo prej.
you're running back for Scream
Pa je sta skregana.
on its own. He has been spotted.
Zakaj so zdaj skregana?
Hear that ult? They got a pretty good idea where it's going to be coming from. And in fact, they've just gone swinging
Aj on še
into
live.
him. A mistake they might not make again. King goes down. Ult
Je
is
Tršan
up.
na
That's gonna
kmetijo.
get him his heal.
Tršan je drugač tak karakter, ki bi bil direkt za kmetijo, če sem čisto iskren. Ampak on bi se z vsem skregal, ker on vedno pove, koliko misle. On bi se z vsakmu skregal.
Tackle Lee has managed to find Demasic as well, so we've still ended up in a 3v3. Scream basically just used his ult to heal. I don't
Zaradi
know if he
Abine
expects Shy to
babice.
be here, the jump across. It's not the prettiest of
Okay.
plays, and eventually it will be the advantage
Okay,
once
Tenza.
again for Leviatan. And look at the push of Shy. Mention the fact that the Rhino doesn't really slow.
To je bil moj plan, da se skregamo takoj. Aj, da se skregam, ne skregamo.
The thing is though, they're going to plant.
We've seen it. We've seen it before. Solkis getting
Do
down
onda še eno
below.
klačajo.
Yumpy holding on with the operator. This time though, the equipment is much better for Leviathan. They've got their shield. They've got
Okay,
their
Yumpy je ultu.
rifles to work with. Yes, he has. I don't know if that was on purpose. I don't know if that was a misclick. Either way, Solkis has got himself a wallbang kill. Adverso's down. And now the chance is looking a little bit better. Leviathan, an even fight, but with Yumpy,
Ta ult
they
ne
have
vem,
to
koliko je
know
bil
where
dober.
Solkis is. In fact, he's revealed, and that will do it. Tackle Leah with
10-9.
another triple.
Uf, okej,
And
okej.
Leviathan retake the lead. Double digits found.
Ja, taj, če vem, kaj
They're
misliš.
3 away from closing this series.
Tej Timo sem že pojedel, oziroma tle je ostal še...
Obviously, you get the faster firing.
5 maknakcov mi je ostalo.
Slow them coming into the site, but that's an awful lot to invest when you already have an operator and you're in a 2 versus 2. So I don't know if that's a mistake that's been
Talo?
made, but it might actually cost quite a bit going into this.
Dimsik, kaj že res?
Well, I don't think there's going to be an
Kaj bil
operator
ta tipi?
at least for the attacking side.
Yeah, it definitely doesn't feel likely. They
Abi,
could
kje,
get it
ne
all.
moram.
Again, the question is it worthwhile to sacrifice some of
Benji je redi na
players
fix bo
for
joinal
what
RNG
Nevera
Energy,
has
prav
minus
valo tim.
8,600
Misliš tem za?
beside his name. So I guess they thought, you know what?
Pač
we'll
pro play je še
sacrifice
vedno
Nevera.
drugačka rankta, ne? On res full granda drugač, se ne pravim, da ni dober. Ta ne?
10 to 9.
Wow, abi, če sem imel še burger. Kje si Perke? Ko je bilo v BTC-u? Kaj si kupil?
The thing is, even though they managed to win this round, they haven't actually invested here. It's a bit of a peculiar.
Tudi ti si 20 nakcev. Kje so Perke si kupil?
So let's just stick it in with some stingers.
With the way this game's gone, why not?
Oni tle otipijo, a? Notar. On ima tipija tle chat.
This is going to be cleared by the Omen, and he gets a reload off. He needs to put the trap down and get out of here right now. Okay. Just about.
Okay.
The skin on his teeth, the man survives. Shy doesn't tap it. They might expect him to be close, but that aggressive around the smoke like that? No, maybe inside it, but surely not deep inside of B main. A double opening for Leviatan. They come in.
Ja, te dva tle čakata zdaj.
Stingers in here and there. And now the round may just be theirs.
Oh!
Taco Lee with a ridiculous shot. Eventually, Navira is going to put him down. They need another miracle from this man. Already.
Master Police snipe in pol tak flick naredi. Holy shit.
Wasn't even needed in the end, and it's left all on to Scream. 1 versus 3, 15 seconds, Spike on the deck. He needs this kill and he needs it fast, and Melza just doesn't want to give it to him. Just sitting back as the peak comes from above. They're going to win.
Chad, mislim, da bo tole 2-0.
Once again, Leviatan just seemed to not even break a sweat.
This is a
Kar maksice Perke, okej. Dima Sigma skrimata kar slab dan. Mislim, realno še vedno sta on top za freganja, ne? Sam le to, tale shot je bil insane. Uf, koliko hiter je switchil model.
Rob, I challenge you. Go get the stats. I want to see when they're playing 2 or more stingers, success rate, when they're playing
To se strinjam. Komentar je rekel, da zihar boljši... Leviatan boljši igra, kadar imajo 2-3 stingerje. A pa spektre.
And the wild thing is as well is they're playing against.
Mislim, bo se zdi, ki spet nima toliko slabo.
Coming into this tournament with the second best team at Ecos, and I can think of one low buy round that Liquid have actually managed to make in both maps. It's absurd. They've beaten.
Okay, Perke je rekel, da ima predšel in da je odvisen njih, GG. Vse to, Oreo, vse to. To je zelo pomembna runda za... van ga pula! Ok, dubl so ga. Sve so da ga nove dubl na konc. 3-3. Tole bo zelo težka. Ok, B so šli.
Pretty close to losing it. Demasic's gone B, got the plan for free. If he commits to it. Of course, he doesn't know that. Could be someone sat here, just waiting to punish him. So he's allowing his teammates to come that little bit closer. Now, though, he's been isolated, and look who's here. Adverso with the big gun in hand. He doesn't win the fight. Low HP. And there it is. Demasic eventually going down. Baited into the up. Yumpy's gone. Solkus. Now, he doesn't have too much of a chance here. Taco Lee has been on point with this operator, and he will not find it. It's Shy.
GG, chat.
Either way, 12 rounds found for Leviatan. The screams louder than ever down on the stage, as they are now 1, and they've 3 opportunities to get that one away from winning their opening game at Champions.
Jaka, jaz sem skor mislil, da je še zdaj neko ti. ScorpLZ rekel. Da je mene omenil, zakaj mene omenil? Naš do mene na kmetiji omenja.
Yeah, with the stand-in and proving that they're willing to play Pearl, which definitely it's not going to make you feel any more comfortable when you were the team that actually banned it.
That man's shadowboxing there. It's just out of excitement. I love it. The passion that some of these players and coaches have for the game. You can see it. You can feel it.
Jaka, give to 10 members though, chat. Dajte srčka chat za Jaka, da giftuje 10 members though. Tisti, ki še niste, tleka imate zeleno, čist na vrh četa, pa tukaj, če kliknete gor, čist na vrh, če v spodaj nič ne piše, ste to že naredili, če v spodaj piše, v belem neki, piše allow gift, samo dovoli darila, to kliknete in si omogoča, da lahko sprejete gift, ja? Da dobite gift. Hvala ti, Jaka. Pač insane, ful ti hvala, Jaka. Moram spravniti pa, da ti dam gor še plus 10. A čak, pa še JogurtPlays je dal še giftu, moram še njemu dati gor. Hvala ti res. Gregor je, ja, sam Gregor, ti si že prej dubal po mojem memberstvo. Zdaj čakamo, da zbere. Ej, če dubal bo to rundo, 12-10?
left to play with.
He's still there. He's still underneath.
Well,
Oni ne vejo, da je v spodi. Imagine da Ninja Diffuse naredi.
I
Imagine.
don't remember him dying, but I saw 4 kills. So I was like, okay, I'll just assume that this man isn't still underneath the site. Screen is currently pushing above.
Kar še 5! Evo! Kuno, Alen Zdešar, Mr. Kibro, Toksi, Kijan Padubski, Matic Lesjak, Zaninjo, Jan Kerin, Lords, Lux. So vsi dubal meso in pa Jaka je še 5 giftov, pač. Jaka jutr začne z Membertonom. So še ni bilo. Pač, so se še ni začel Memberton, halo? E vi ste že to giftal. Pač, what?
out of this world. The rounds,
Insane.
you've got a grip of what's going to happen.
Insane.
Like 2 minutes in, you're like, oh,
Pač,
we've
what?
seen the round. No, there's always a little curveball in there.
Prosim, koliko vam zdaj memberjev. Minti, en event bom imel Memberton, cel mesec traja, vsakega memberja, ki bom dubu, bom giftu, pač vsakega memberja, ki dobim na streamu, jaz giftam enega memberja. To je fora in na koncu septembra, to, kar bom imel memberjev, toliko dolg stream bom naredil. Ne vem, če bom imel 300 memberjev, bom naredil 20-uren stream, 400 memberjev, 24-uren stream, 500 memberjev, 36-uren stream, tako naprej, vse do 48 ur. Ampak če, zdaj recimo, če bi bil že Memberton, pa Jaka gifta 15 memberjev, bi jih jaz 15 giftal. Šoko Geki je dubo. Šoko Geki je komentator za Valorant pa League of Legends pa to, ki imajo turnirje. Tenza. On je komentator za turnirje v Sloveniji. Pa Dumi je dubo, pa Kleba in Nixi, Pink Doodle, pa Leon. GG's chat. GG. Ok, kdo je pričakoval, da bojo oni zmagali, chat? Kdo je pričakoval, da oni zmagajo? Le, kva so veseli. Mislim, vse je prav, da so veseli. Vse je prav. Ker tole jih je to pomeni, da mora Team Liquid zmagati prvi X, ki so pa je zelo dobri. Tako da... Underdogs, ok. Pač insane. Pač... Leviatan ekipa so dejansko zmaga zato, ker kot prvo vse pisto rounde so dovolj. Pinči je rekel, da... A bi rekel, ne Pinči je vrlo. Ajme rač pa kakšen čas za določeno število memberjev. Ja, folk hoče te drgač dolge streame, Pinči. Pač kako to misliš challenge drgač? Sedaj, ni to basically challenge, I guess. Pač, ker se mi zdi, da folk ima rad te dolge streame, a ne? Saj bi spal me, svalda, ampak... Lega tega Jakata, kar še 5 jih je giftu, no? Pač, what the fuck, Jaka? What? Kva, ti upaš, da... Jaka, jutr je Memberton. Pač, kva? Sam dejte, če je 500 memberjev 40 ur stream, karkoli več, pa narediš za vsakih 100 kakšen challenge. Mislim, to imamo itak cel mesec časa, ne? To je itak cel mesec čas, da se zmenimo. Gamba time day, drgač res, ja. Upam, da vam dosti na računu, če mi novijo vrnili tam, če folk full gifta, če jaz giftam se pa, ne, jaz v bistvu 70% nazaj dobim, 30% zgubim. A fora je, da jaz dobim ta denar, traja 1 mesec pa pol. Tako da bom mogel paziti, če res ne bom mogel nekje, da nam je v budget, da pol, a veš. Evo, Nika, Alagič, Tristan Valič, Svizac, Tine Pintar, pa Aljo MX so double gift. Lega tega Jakata, prav za top 1 igra. Gre, da bo giftar. Ti si insane, Jaka. Ti si insane. Zakaj mi pa ne dela stream deck? Alo? Pa, čakaj, si nisem na štimu tukaj le. Full screen. Zakaj mi noče iti sam? Ok, zdaj dela. Ok. Pač insane, hvala vam res vsem za support, chat. Res ste insane. ne vem, kaj ne rečem. Pač, kaj če imaš, kolikor imaš, pa se za, ne vem, vsakih 10 evrov, primer, narediš neki izziv ali neki. Mislim, drugače imam na vsaj, pač za memberstva se gre, ne? Pač lahko edin naredim, da ne naredimo membertona tako, da folk, da jaz nazaj giftam, pa naredimo neke challenge, ne vem. Pač lahko pa tako naredimo, da giftamo, ne? Pač to bo pol full memberjev, ker mi je tudi cilj. Še vedno bi mogel jaz načeloma zaslužiti, mislim, da v minusu ne moram biti. Sam problem je, da če bo res full giftov, je problem, da lahko da nam je dosti na računu, ne? Zato, ker jaz to dobim šele en mesec pa pol kasneje, ta denar nazaj. Tem zdaj rekel, namesto da ti nazaj giftaš, dej, da imaš na vsakih 50 memberjev nek challenge, pa isto za 600 memberjev, 24-uren stream. Pač en problem je, ker zdaj sem videl, da ste full giftala, ne? En problem je, da sploh nimamo toliko folka, da bi po mojem to gifto šlo čez. Abi, mislim, da na Twitchu eni imajo, da giftajo nazaj, eni nimajo. Pač lahko tako, če ta vam je bož, da naredim tako, da mogoče pač, da ni giftanja. Ja, vem tem za sam. Am lahko naredim tako, da... A želite rajš, da pol jaz ne giftam, se upravi v bistvu, da kad dobim, pa na vsakih, ne vem, toliko pa toliko memberjev, naredim en challenge, pa če na konc pridemo do 600 memberjev, naredim 24-uren stream, na katerem delam te challenge. V bistvu. Tem zaprav, če ti giftaš isto nazaj, bo preveč memberjev, prav. Če vidiš, koliko gifta folk. Ja, zdaj, kaj je giftanje sam 2 evra, je insane. Na skupnost vpraši. Ja, se bi mogoče res bil najboljš. Saj bilo je na računu. Kje? Če bo res to giftanje, ne? Jaz sploh nam je dosti na računu, da vse nazaj dam, če sem čisto iskren. Dejansko, ne? Če gledam zdajle, sem 300 jih dubil. Lega, Jaka, kar še eno je giftu, no? Hvala ti, Jaka, še za en member gift, hvala ti. Ne, Abi, na memberji nasplošno. Lega, pinči. Pač mislil sem nasplošno memberji, Abi, ne giftane. Pač, če nekdo rata memberji, isto koga, če nekdo giftu memberji, a veš? Sam koliko imam memberjev na konc bi bilo, ne koliko je bilo giftanih memberjev. Ker Mike imaš pa koliko je 130, drugače imam Gata Wave. Boš giftu nazaj bo cel čat zelen, to je res, to je res. Kako si, Šunks? To je res, Tenza, to je res. A začneš iz nule jutar? V bistvu ne začnem z nule, Abi, ampak je možno, da bom, ko bo konc septembra, imel manj memberjev, kakor na začetku. Zaradi tega, ker tisti, ki so danes pa včeraj dubali memberstva, ki je bilo poln giftanja, bojo izgubili to memberstvo zadnji dan v septembru. A veš? Pinči, to je tudi res. Če gifta nazaj, bom imel pa več emote slotov. Tudi to je res, ja. Pač, to sem hotel narediti. Sam, če bo res to giftov, a veš, da prideta 2k50 memberjev giftata, gre to meni 200 evrov. Jaz moram pa še SP pol plačati septembra. Če bo res to giftov, bo res slabo. Jaka je kar še eno... Jaka! Chill, Jaka, what? Chill! Holy shit, kar še enega. 2 je giftu zdajle. Sam ne vem, zadnje 2 še nista dubla gifta. Mogoče ja, ti, ja. Nek event, memberton sem mislil imeti, Šunks. Dej, da za 10 memberjev ti enega giftaš. Sam to je pol treba full štet, to je edin fora. Če se kaj... Pač lahko na konc, lahko tako rečem, evo, imam super idejo. Lahko naredimo, da pač imamo memberton in glede na to, koliko imam memberjev, na konc naredim, ne vem, 40-uren stream, pa na temu streamu naredim challenge, naprimer, ja? In lahko naredimo tako, da če imamo, ne vem, 510, pač da vedno zaokrožen gor, se pravi, če nam manjka, ne vem, tudi če manjka 99 memberjev, da jih imamo naslednjo 100, jih bom 99 giftov, a veste kaj mislim? To lahko naredim. Se pravi, recimo, če imamo 500 memberjev, giftam 100 memberjev, da smo na 600. Če imam 550 isto na 600. Tok, da gremo na eno večjo cifro giftam. To bi lahko naredil. Zato, da res ne bo se postaja. To lahko naredim. A se vam to zdi cool? Ja, sam pinči, eni pol tudi niso... Pora je, da full dolg traja pinči, da updata vse. Ja, lahko pa naredim 12-uren stream. Lahko naredim 12-uren stream, pa so na teh 12 urah challenge, vsako uro en challenge ali pa neki. Tudi to se da. Se bomo jutri še malo bolj pogovorili. Drugač pa, ja, če je na vsakih 5 memberjev, če en donira... Tudi na 5... Pač ne, tako bom rekel. Če bo folku se toliko odpalal, kakor danes pa včeraj, sploh včeraj, je že tudi sam, da na vsakih 5 enega giftam bo ogromen na konc prišel. Ali? Ne, v bistvu ne toliko, čakaj. Če en gifta 50, jaz pol giftam 5, a ne? Okej. Ne, mogoče, jaz sem res mislil, da bi lahko zaokrožil na konc, to je po moje najlažji. Na konc meseca zaokrožim na eno višjo številko, to, kolikor manjka. Če imaš 5000 memberjev, imaš 54 slotov za emojije, pravi. Okej. Že matic. Lahko tako naredimo. Lej, se bomo jutri še slišali, no, jaz moram zdaj zaključati, da je novi okej težil, da še nisem zaključil, a nekaj že konc tega. Jaka, v to ne dvomim, kar sem videl včeraj, tako da... Ok, 1030 slotov. Čakaj, koliko je, da dobim več emojijev, abi? Koliko jih imam zdaj? Največ memberjev sem imel 300, mislim, da. Pa je naslednja, mislim, da... Moram pogledati. Ne, chat, moram iti na vrc pa to, pa vi morate v šolo jutri. Tako nač folk, spet bo 2 uri na cel, ne, 2 lih ne. Tako nač folk, 21, 200, 225, 250, 300, 350. Aha, mogoče sem 350 dobo. Ok, zdaj jih imam 21 emojijev, pa lahko 30 jih je, ja, to bila ful lepa, če pridemo do 1000, bom naredil dvodneven stream, ajde. Dvodneven stream, kjer vmes valjda spim. Če pridemo do 1000, to lahko rečem. Če ne pa 20-uren stream, kjer so challenge-i, evo. Zato kaš, Šiker je uporabil message, subi. Pozdravim. Ful je... Aha, ok, abi. Fora je, da... Kje si Arči? Pol je bolj... Zato, ker 24-uren stream se mi zdi ful bedan, ker ne smem iti spat, vmes, ker pa nima smisla. Bom naredil tako. Bomo se jutri zmislili ene challenge, ja? In te challenge, se pravi, te challenge bom delal glede na to, koliko memberjev bo. Nekaj se bomo že izmislili. Pa 12-uren stream bo na konc meseca, na katerem bojo te challenge-i. Če pridemo do 1000 memberjev, bom pol naredil 2-dnevni stream, kjer pač valjda me spim. In pa na konc samo zaokrožim memberstvo gor, okej? Se pravi, če bom imel 900 memberjev, zaokrožim na 1000. Če bo 800 memberjev, zaokrožim na 900. Tako, eno gor. To bom naredil, okej? In to je to. Tako da, neč folk, jaz tukaj le zaključam, pa se ga vidimo pol jutr. Jutr rabi po moje nam šel voziti. Po moje bom jutr v 5 naredil stream. Tako da, to je to, pa se ga, okej? Ajde, čau folk.